She had wings like petals of spring flowers and a heart full of kindness. Alara spent her days helping the forest creatures, healing wounded birds, and spreading joy through her magical songs. But not far from Alara's forest, deep within a twisted, thorny wood, lived a bitter old witch named Morva. Her hut was made of blackened stone, and her heart was filled with envy. Years ago, Morva had once been a fairy herself, but her desire for power turned her magic dark. She could not bear to see Alara happy and loved by all. One day, Morva brewed a powerful spell. "If I can take Alara's light," she hissed, "the forest will no longer sing, and I shall be the most powerful of all." She created an enchanted rose that shimmered with beauty, yet held a curse. Anyone who touched it would slowly lose their magic. Morva disguised herself as a traveler and left the rose in the heart of the fairy glade, knowing Alara's curious and kind nature would draw her to it. As expected, Alara found the glowing rose during her morning flight. She gently picked it up, and at once she felt a chill. Her wings lost their glow, and her magic dimmed. The birds stopped singing, and the forest grew quiet. Word spread quickly that Alara was falling ill. The animals wept, and the trees drooped with sorrow. The once joyful forest became still. But Alara, even in her weakness, didn't lose hope. "Magic may fade," she whispered, "but kindness never does." One night, as the moonlight bathed the glade, a tiny squirrel brought Alara a message. A wise owl had discovered the truth that the rose was cursed by Morva. Summoning her last bit of strength, Alara flew to the witch's hut. "Morva," she said gently, "I know what you've done, but I am not here to punish you. I'm here to ask why." Morva, shocked by her words, burst into tears. "Because I was lonely," she admitted. "Everyone forgot me. I thought power would fill the emptiness." Alara reached out her fading hand. "You don't need to steal magic to be loved. You just need to share your heart again." Morva hesitated, then took her hand. As their fingers touched, a warm light grew between them. The curse broke, and Alara's wings shone once more. But something more amazing happened. Morva's heart began to heal. Her dark robes faded, her gnarled hands softened, and her magic glowed with gentle light once again. From that day, Alara and Morva worked together to protect the forest. The fairy glade bloomed with flowers that never wilted, and even the thorns in Morva's woods turned into vines of gold. And so, the tale of the fairy and the witch became a legend, a reminder that even the darkest heart can bloom with kindness and love. Sunlight falling over the village. Nestled peacefully among rolling hills, Amara walks through the village square, her expression thoughtful as she watches other children play. She lingers on the edge of the group, a quiet observer of the joyful games. The peaceful atmosphere of the village contrasts with the hidden longing in Amara's gaze. Sunlight bathes the cozy cottage, illuminating shelves full of books and flowers. Amara gently assists her grandmother in tending to their indoor garden. The cottage exudes warmth and tranquility, yet a sense of solitude lingers in the air.
Amara smiles politely, but her eyes reveal a distant, faraway gaze. Lost in thought, Amara's mind wanders to another place. Deep in her thoughts, she reached the cottage attic. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, illuminating forgotten relics. Amara, with eyes full of youthful wonder, treads softly through the silent space. Her foot catches, sending her stumbling, her hand grasping at the unknown beneath a pile of blankets. She kneels, pulling away the faded fabric, revealing a treasure from another time. A beautiful old dollhouse emerges from beneath the dust, its intricate details hinting at stories untold. Amara sits back, her eyes wide with fascination as she gazes upon the dollhouse. In the quiet of her room, she delicately sets a dollhouse on a small table. The dollhouse, a miniature world of wooden doors and crystal windows, captures her imagination. Amara whispers, her voice filled with longing. I wish I could go inside and see what it is like to live in there. Her eyes reflect a dream of stepping into the tiny, perfect life within. At night, the dollhouse glows with an otherworldly light, casting long shadows across Amara's room. Amara dozed off peacefully, unaware of the magic about to unfold. A surge of magic shrinks Amara, reducing her to the size of a doll. Her eyes snap open, wide with disbelief, as she finds herself tiny. Amara stands before the dollhouse, now a towering structure in her newly diminutive world. The dollhouse door creaks open, a silent welcome to Amara. Inside, the dollhouse pulses with light and music, beckoning Amara into its embrace. Tiny teacups fill with steaming cocoa, their warmth promising comfort. Amara settles onto the plush velvet couch, welcomed by its gentle bounce. Amara steps into the dollhouse kitchen, her eyes wide with curiosity. The sweet scent of baking cookies fills the tiny kitchen, a comforting aroma. Fresh cookies baked by themselves on a miniature stove. The rich aroma fills the air, creating a sense of warmth and comfort. Amara's fingers twitch, inching closer to the warm cookies. She touches the miniature stove, a spark of wonder in her eyes. She enters the dollhouse library, where books float in a mesmerizing dance. She steps further into the room, drawn by the silent beckoning of countless stories. A gentle touch as her fingers graze the spine of a leather-bound volume. Her eyes widen, reflecting the magical dance of the books around her. The library is filled with floating books, each one a portal to another world. She is surrounded by the silent, swirling tales of the dollhouse library. Amara stands before the dollhouse garden, her eyes widening as she beholds the explosion of colors. The tiny flowers seem to pulse with life, each petal a brushstroke of rainbow hues. She marvels at the delicate details, lost in the miniature world's vibrant beauty. The garden's charm fills Amara with a sense of wonder, her imagination ignited by its enchanting allure. Sunlight floods the dollhouse, illuminating the stillness as Amara steps into the miniature living room. A voice echoes, breaking the silence. Welcome, Amara. Amara, startled, whirls around, her eyes searching. Who said that? A gentle voice responds, revealing the house's guardian. I'm the guardian of this house. I am Leora. You awakened its magic by wishing with a pure heart. Amara's voice echoes in the tiny room. Can I stay here forever? Leora's gentle words fill the space. The house shows its wonders to kind souls, but it is meant to guide, not to keep. Leora continues, her voice soft yet firm.
Fab Mobile. Install and go.
Each visitor learns something special. Her voice cuts through the silence. You care deeply for others, but you sometimes feel lonely, don't you? With heartfelt sincerity, she begins to gesture around the room. The magic of the house isn't only in these walls, Leora says, her voice soft. It lives in love, kindness, and the moments we share. Her eyes gleam as she insists. You have that magic inside you. In the dimness of her room, Amara is captivated by the dollhouse's otherworldly glow. A strange sensation envelops Amara as she feels herself growing, reaching towards the distant ceiling. The dollhouse shrinks, its ethereal shimmer fading as it returns to its normal form. Amara blinks, the strange feeling receding as she returns to her normal state. Amara bursts into the cottage kitchen, her energy filling the cozy space. Her grandmother stands at the stove, a gentle hum escaping her lips as she busies herself with breakfast preparations. Amara's voice rings out with youthful enthusiasm. Grandma, can we invite some children from the village over to play today? Grandmother pauses from her cooking, her expression thoughtful as she considers Amara's request. The aroma of breakfast fills the air, a comforting scent mingling with the promise of a day filled with laughter and play. In the heart of the vibrant cottage garden, Amara stands encircled by a chorus of joyous village children. Their laughter dances through the air, weaving tales of friendship and innocent games. Amid the joyful chaos, Amara's gaze softly drifts towards the dollhouse, a silent guardian of forgotten dreams. A knowing smile graces Amara's lips, a secret pact with the past revive in her heart. The enchantment lives on in my heart, a whisper of magic that exceeds time and space. The cottage garden breathes with renewed life, its flowers blooming in harmony with the stories shared and the memories cherished. Every shadow has your shape. Chase your light.
In a forgotten corner of the enchanted forest, where even the sunlight tiptoed quietly through the trees, lived an old witch named Morla. She was known for her dark potions, her stormy cloak, and the wild wind that followed her wherever she went. Villagers feared her, for they believed she turned children into frogs and cursed crops with a whisper. But what they didn't know that Morla was not truly wicked. Long ago, she had been kind and full of laughter until her heart was broken by betrayal. Since then, she chose to live alone, far from anyone who could hurt her again. Not far from her crooked cottage, hidden behind a waterfall, lived a gentle fairy named Leora. She was young, with wings like shimmering petals and a heart as warm as spring sunlight. Leora had heard whispers about the scary old witch, but fairies believe in looking for the good in every soul. One day, while flying through the forest, Leora saw a crow with a broken wing struggling near Morla's cottage. The witch, standing nearby, scowled at the bird and muttered, "Why do they always find me?" To Leora's surprise, Morla carefully picked up the crow and took it inside. Curious, Leora hovered near the window. She watched as Morla mended the wing with a golden herb and whispered a soft healing spell. Leora smiled. "So the stories are wrong," she whispered to herself. That night, Leora crept into Morla's garden and left a small crystal flower on the windowsill as thanks for her kindness. Morla found it the next morning and was puzzled. She hadn't seen a flower like that in 100 years. Each day after that, Leora left something small and magical: a glowing acorn, a humming mushroom, a bottle of dew that sang. Slowly, the witch's garden began to bloom again. Curious, Morla set a trap one night to catch the mysterious visitor. Leora fell right into it, caught in a net of moonlight and vines. Morla approached, her eyes cold. "Who are you?" she asked. "I'm Leora," the fairy said softly. "I only wanted to thank you." "For what?" "For being kind to the crow," Leora replied, smiling even as the vines tightened. "I knew there was goodness in you." Morla blinked. No one had said that to her in decades. With a sigh, she released Leora. "You're a strange little thing." From that night on, something changed. Morla and Leora began meeting at twilight, sharing stories, seeds, and laughter. The old garden turned vibrant once more, full of fairy dust and witches' magic. Birds returned, and the air felt lighter. The villagers noticed that their crops grew better, and strange illnesses vanished. They still feared the forest, but they whispered of a strange magic that now felt gentle. And so, a witch who had forgotten how to love, and a fairy who believed in second chances, became friends, and together, they healed not just each other, but the land around them.
Talabat, food, grocery, and more. Install and go.
Welcome to Whispered Tales, where reality meets with magic. Once upon a time, there was a floating kingdom suspended between dreams and reality, called Lumoria. Their clouds blush pink with the first light, mirroring the warm beauty below. Fireflies dance like scattered stars, their gentle glow weaving through the serene landscape. The kingdom hangs suspended, a sign of magic and wonder, awaiting the dawn. As the sun ascends, Lumoria prepares to greet a new day, its beauty untouched and timeless. There lived a young and gifted fairy named Leora Moonstitch. She wasn't just any fairy. She was the kingdom's most enchanting fashion designer. Each dress in Leora's boutique is a shimmering design of enchanting fashion. Leora's world, where nature and shimmering fashion intertwine, creating a warm glow. Starlight Threads Boutique floats serenely on a lily pad. The boutique's gentle sway on the water adds a touch of magic. The dresses seem to dance in the windows, inviting all to experience Leora's unique vision. Leora used to sit serenely at her design table, enveloped by a gentle glow of natural light. Shimmering fabrics flow around her, resembling captured starlight. Spools of shimmery threads gleam like distant galaxies, each strand a universe of color. Her fingers dance with practiced grace, perfectly stitching a dress of sunbeam silk. She delicately adds raindrop pearls, each one scattering light in a celestial display. Finally, she sprinkles butterfly wing dust, adding an otherworldly glow. In Lumoria, fairies flutter through the kingdom and showcasing Leora's beautifully glowing designs. A fairy in a gown dances, the fabric flowing, a sign of the magic woven into every thread of Leora's creation. Another fairy, wrapped in a scarf, remains untouched by the chilly breeze, shielded by Leora's enchantment. The kingdom thrives with the enchanted designs Leora has brought to Lumoria. One day, when sunlight bathes Queen Seraphina's palace in a golden glow, illuminating the royal figure of Queen Seraphina Starbloom as she addresses her court, she announced, "And for this year's festival, I have a special request." She turns her gaze towards Leora, singling her out with a request. "Leora, your talent has not gone unnoticed. I would be honored if you would design my gown for the Festival of Eternal Blossoms." Leora, stammering slightly, responds with a mix of awe and panic. "Your Majesty, it would be an honor, a truly great one. I am just nervous about such a grand task." Leora arrives at the Silver Willow Grove, where ancient willows whisper secrets in the breeze. Moonbeams dance through the willow branches, casting an ethereal glow upon the enchanted ground. With graceful movements, Leora carefully gathers the shimmering moonbeam lace. Each delicate piece shimmers like captured starlight, a sign of Leora's dedication. She navigates the mystical grove exactly, her cleverness shining as bright as the moonbeams. Leora steps cautiously into the Aurora Caves, a realm of breathtaking beauty and veiled danger. The cavern unfolds as a mesmerizing network of crystal formations, glowing with beautiful light. She carefully gathers crystal thread, a luminous material humming with magical energy. The dual nature of Lumoria comes alive, a place where extraordinary beauty conceals hidden perils. Sky Lake glistens under the sun as Leora's gentle warmth fills the air with a soft lullaby. Across the water, the SEA sprite's faint, beautiful song responds to Leora's melody. A shimmering strand of wave silk, revived with the colors of the ocean, drifts dreamily toward Leora. She collected the silk, and her mystical abilities connects with the magical beings of the lake. In her enchanted boutique, surrounded by shimmering fabrics and scattered beads, Leora is absorbed in her craft. Her brow furrows with intense concentration as her fingers dance with moonbeam lace, crystal thread, and wave silk. Each stitch is a sign of her dedication, shaping Queen Seraphina's gown with details. The air crackles with creative energy, hinting at the extraordinary design about to unfold. Valen, a mischievous wind sprite, bursts into Lumoria, his presence a whirlwind of untamed energy. His playful chaos unfolds, scattering Leora's fabrics across the heavens, turning order into confusing untidiness. The skies transform into a vibrant, chaotic mess, colors colliding in a dance of unpredictable beauty. The kingdom is wrapped in a swirling embrace of scattered textiles, a sign of Valen's annoying touch. Her boutique into a mess. She was standing in between the chaos, her shoulders slumped. Everything was wasted and giving the sense of loss. Her gaze sweeps over a half-finished dress form, she sighed, sign of her impossible deadline. Inside starlight threads, fairy lights cast a magical glow, illuminating delicate fabrics and antique sewing machines. Leora's fingers delicately trace the patterns on shimmering silk as the air fills with lavender and old paper. The most magical threads are the ones spun from kindness and courage. Her eyes snap open, a decision made. I have to ask for help. The soft glow of the fairy lights dances across her face as she makes her decision. Beneath the twin moons, Lumoria shines, its glowing beauty unveiled. Leora, with her radiant purple hair, stands as a sign of hope in the tranquil night. Her voice rings out, clear and commanding, as she raises her hands to the heavens. Glowing pollen dances on the gentle breezes, carrying whispers to her fairy allies. Petals, softly glowing, descend through the boutique, guided by flower fairies. Light fairies scatter silver dust, fragments of moonlight across the room. Shadow fairies bring whispers of the morning breeze, adding mystery to the air. An enchanted show of fairy talents weaves together, creating a magical ambiance. The boutique is bathed in a beautiful light, a haven of enchantment. Each fairy contributes to the delicate balance of light and shadow, beauty and mystery. The boutique glows with magic as fairies begin their enchanting work. Tiny sparks of color dance around a gown, each fairy adding their unique magic to the fabric. Giggles echo through the boutique as the fairies stitch and share stories. A relaxing sense of unity fills the air as the fairies collaborate on their magical creation. The fairies combined magic, creating a breathtaking spectacle. Dawn breaks over Starlight Threads boutique, casting a soft glow upon a gown of ethereal beauty. The gown shimmers, a symphony of colors dancing in the light, a sign of the fairies' magic. Blossoms adorn the gown, eternally fresh, whispering tales of everlasting enchantment. A living masterpiece, the gown embodies the love and dedication poured into its creation. The boutique holds its breath, revealing the breathtaking result of a collective dream. Queen Seraphina's presence fills the palace with awe. A collective gasp sweeps through the palace as all eyes fixate on her. Outside the palace, Lumoria awakens in a riot of floral color. 100 butterflies ascend, their wings painting the sky. The gown is a sign of hope and magic. Lumoria bursts into life, hosting the magnificent festival of eternal blossoms. Laughter and enchanting melodies fill the air as fairies gather from every corner of the realm. The kingdom turns into vibrant colors, showcasing the fairy world's perfect harmony. Each blossom and fluttering wing contributes to the symphony of celebration, a true sign of eternal joy. Leora watches the vibrant festival outside her boutique, a gentle smile playing on her lips. The boutique glows with warmth, each light carefully placed to highlight the exquisite fabrics. Leora stands feeling proud, contemplating the legacy she is building, one stitch at a time. In Lumoria, fairies drift ethereally, each a vision in Leora's designs. They carry tokens, symbols of the love and magic woven into Leora's creations. Each seam of Leora's design seems sewn with collaborative magic. The fairies, radiant in their purpose, demonstrate the essence of collaboration. Their harmonious dance illustrates that true magic blossoms through collaboration. Leora approaches a weathered marker, the cool stone welcoming her gentle touch. A faint smile graces Leora's lips. Silent connection to the past, whispering to the silent stones, Leora expresses her gratitude. Thank you, grandmother. Your words still guide me. Her voice blends with the rustling leaves, feeling her grandmother's presence. I feel them in the rustle of these leaves, in the heart of Lemuria itself. The wind carries echoes of forgotten tales, enveloping Leora in a comforting embrace. Sunlight streams through the crystalline wonders of Aurora Caves, where a soft, ethereal glow illuminates the enchanted space. Young fairies, their wings shimmering with shining hues, flutter through the air, filling the caves with excited whispers. Inspired by Leora's courage, the fairies carefully gather strands of crystal thread, their small hands moving with nimble precision. The cave echoes with the sound of their laughter and the gentle tinkling of crystals, a symphony of youthful exuberance. The glow of the crystals intensifies, reflecting the fairies' collective joy and the enduring legacy of Leora's bravery. Sunlight paints the surface of Sky Lake with liquid gold. Sea sprites, beings of pure light and water, converge around Leora, their gratitude tangible in the air. With gifts of wave silk shimmering like moonlight, the sprites honor Leora. An alliance is forged between Leora and the sea sprites, the air alive with newfound respect and understanding. As the sun dips below the horizon, Leora stands poised on her lily pad, her silhouette a testament to Lemuria's fading beauty. A gentle breeze whispers through her wings, carrying the scent of tranquility and peace. Surrounded by her beautiful fairy friends, their presence gives a silent support. Night falls on Lemuria, and Leora's boutique is softly lit by the ethereal glow of fireflies. The dresses shimmer in the gentle light, as if enchanted by the magic of the evening. A magical atmosphere envelops the scene, promising dreams and possibilities. The boutique stands as a sign of beauty, its charm heightened by the night's embrace. Whenever the fairies of Lemuria wore her creations, they carried a little reminder: true magic is made together.
Talabat, food, grocery, and more. Download today and get started.
Become a multi-millionaire. Win 2 million dirhams only with Dream Dubai. Participate now.
Welcome back to my channel, where all your imaginations live. Once upon a shimmering dawn in the magical kingdom of Lunaria, its rose gold towers gleam with a radiant, ethereal beauty. Crystal fountains dance with light, their delicate streams catching the first rays of the sun. They add up the beauty and peace to the kingdom. Queen Aurora surveys the serene kingdom herself to maintain the balance of her throne. Beside her stands King Philip, his gaze reflecting a deep-seated pride. Together, Queen Aurora and King Philip embody Lunaria's enduring peace. Their daughter, Princess Evelina, with hair like spun gold, walks through the castle gardens. Her gaze sweeps beyond the towering castle walls, a silent longing for adventure flickering in her eyes. The tranquil beauty of the royal gardens cannot contain her restless spirit. She closes her eyes, dreaming of faraway lands and daring adventures. One day, she was in the castle gardens, sunlight filtering through the ancient trees and dew glistening on the leaves. A glint of silver catches her eye beneath a moonflower, its petals still curled from the night's embrace. She kneels, her fingers gently brushing aside the leaves to reveal a mysterious silver key that pulses with a warm glow. Etched on it were tiny, swirling symbols and the words, "Only the purest heart may open the door to true enchantment." Her curiosity sparked. Evelina followed a soft trail of glittering lights that led her deep into the forbidden forest. Her heart drums against her ribs, a symphony of fear and courage. Shimmering lights beckon, each sparkle a promise and a threat. Driven by a strange mix of fear and courage, she presses on. Under the vast sky, Evelina approaches the ancient oak, its branches like silent guardians. As Evelina nears, a hidden door in the ancient oak's trunk emerges from the shadows. The silver key floats in the air from her hand, guided by unseen forces drawn magically towards the door. A burst of golden light erupts as the ancient door swings inward, revealing a mysterious passage. The gateway opens to reveal an unknown path, inviting Evelina towards destiny. Evelina steps into Eloria, the kingdom of enchantment, where reality blurs with fantasy. Colors burst with impossible vibrancy, painting the kingdom in hues unseen by mortal eyes. Stars twinkle brightly, beautifying the daytime sky with heavenly, gorgeous appearance. Magic dances freely in the air, weaving through the kingdom like an ethereal spirit. Evelina is surrounded by enchantment, her face etched with wonder. In the radiant heart of Eloria, sunlight dances through crystal canopies, painting the land in shifting colors. Celestia stands bathed in light, her fairy form radiating beautiful, warm grace. A crown of morning dew beautifully placed on her head, shimmering with a soft, gentle glow. Her wings catch the light, transforming into stained glass masterpieces, each facet a burst of vibrant color. Her voice echoes through the shimmering glades, a pronouncement of ancient power unleashed. Princess Evelina, you have awakened the ancient magic, the intensity of light signaling an important moment in Eloria's destiny. In sun-drenched Eloria, dust motes swirl, casting light on statues of fantastical creatures, their stone eyes fixed in eternal stillness. Celestia, royal yet heavy with sorrow, stands before a memories that shimmers with the history of the fallen kingdom. With a sorrowful voice, Celestia reveals the kingdom's fate. Morgana cursed Eloria, turning its creatures to stone. Hope flickers as Celestia recounts the prophecy. A prophecy says a princess will break the curse with 3 acts of bravery, kindness, and sacrifice. Far across a shimmering river, Evelina's presence is a hope against a raw, untamed magic. The crystal fire dragon roars, its scales shimmering with the untamed heart of Eloria. Evelina's gaze hardens, her resolve unyielding as she faces the dragon's fiery breath. The dragon's eyes glow with ancient power, guarding secrets that could change the fate of worlds. Beside the shimmering river, Evelina's voice rises in a gentle lullaby, each note a sign of courage. The dragon, a giant of myth, bows its massive head, surrendered to Evelina's bravery and the song's soothing embrace. A serene connection binds maiden and beast, a fragile peace woven from melody and trust. The lullaby fades as the dragon dissolves into a swirling mist, a spectacle of silver vanishing into the sky. Only ripples remain on the river's surface, a silent echo of the dragon's presence and the song's lingering magic. Where a mighty dragon once stood, a glowing sapphire stone now lies, pulsing with an otherworldly light. Evelina approaches the stone, her eyes reflecting its enchanting glow. With less of breath, Evelina reaches down, her fingers brushing against the smooth, cool surface of the gem.
We got the school fees money you sent via Remitly. Be together. Send money to loved ones with Remitly.
Evelina grasps the sapphire stone, its energy flowing through her veins. Triumphant, Evelina stands, holding the radiant sapphire stone aloft. Beneath a weeping willow, its branches kissed with frost, Evelina's world transforms. A magical creature appears among the snow-dusted roots, a tiny, injured fox. Evelina approaches the fox, her eyes wide with awe as she witnesses the impossible. The fox, seemingly woven from stardust, lies helpless, awaiting Evelina's touch. Beneath the weeping willow, Evelina's gentle touch begins a silent promise of protection. Evelina cradles the injured fox, enveloping it in the warmth of her cloak. Her fingers trace the fox's fur with infinite care, a soft murmur escaping her lips. In the crisp air, her breath mists as she whispers words of comfort to the vulnerable creature. Under the sun's gaze, magic dances around the weeping willow, an awakening of ancient power. The willow sighs, a sound of pure joy as life gushes back, painting its branches with vibrant green, sparkling leaves coming down, each one a tiny sign of hope and renewal, shimmering in the sunlight. The weeping willow stands transformed, a symbol of rebirth, its leaves whispering secrets to the wind. Under the vast sky, a marble statue stands, timeless and serene. Evelina approaches, her footsteps echoing in the quiet area. She stops before the statue, her gaze drawn upward in silent thoughtfulness. A sudden shift in the air signals an unexpected arrival. Celestia appears, her presence a complete contrast to the stillness that was before her arrival. The encounter promises a dramatic turn, poised between destiny and choice. Under the golden caress of daylight, an ancient marble statue looms, silent and eternal. Celestia stands before the statue, her heart filled with a pure solemnity. Her voice echoes in the stillness, a solemn promise hanging in the air. To break the curse fully, you must give up your memories of this magical realm forever. The weight of her words settles, casting a long shadow over the magical realm. Under the solemn gaze of the marble statue, Evelina grapples with a heart-rending decision. Her heart shatters, yet a resolute gesture emerges as Evelina reaches out. Her fingers meet the unyielding stone. A silent agreement seals her fate. In a moment of profound surrender, Evelina's touch binds her to a promise. The cold marble absorbs her warmth, a harsh reminder of the sacrifice she embraces. Her silent agreement echoes in the stillness, sealing a destiny both tragic and resolute. The marble statue stands bathed in sunlight, a silent sentinel guard the heavens. Suddenly, a vortex of rainbow light erupts around the statue, captivating and intense. The curse, once a looming shadow, shatters into a constellation of 1,000 glimmering stars. Each star, a fragment of broken magic, twinkles with the fading echo of an ancient power. The light diminishes, leaving the statue once again in serene stillness, forever freed from its dark burden. Sunlight bathes Eloria, awakening its vibrant flora and fauna. The forests sing in harmony as rivers shimmer with iridescent light, creatures baked in the revitalizing glow, rejuvenated by the land's restoration. Celestia's eyes reflect warmth and wisdom as she embraces Evelina. Celestia gently speaks, her voice echoing with profound insight. True enchantment is choosing love over fear. Evelina wanders back into the familiar embrace of the royal garden, its beauty now a haunting reminder of what she has lost. Her fingers instinctively search for the silver key, a desperate attempt to grasp at the fading memories of Eloria. The key is gone, vanished like a dream, leaving her stranded in a reality she no longer understands. She strains to recall the wonders of Eloria, but her mind is a blank canvas devoid of color and light.
This is why you book a beach resort. So the whole family can get on board with the fun. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Bathed in sunlight, the royal garden awakens to a new day. Among the vibrant blooms, Evelina pauses, her eyes reflecting a gentle kindness. A subtle sparkle dances within her heart, unseen yet deeply felt. You are braver than you believe, a voice whispers on the breeze, and your kindness will always lead to magic. The garden seems to respond, the flowers swaying as if in agreement. Evelina's radiant smile brightens the ancient castle halls. Sunlight bathes the corridor, filling the air with dancing dust motes and a sense of timelessness. She pauses, her eyes catching sight of a drooping flower, a complete difference to the castle's greatness. With a tender touch, Evelina straightens the flower's stem, breathing new life into its fragile form. She leans closer, whispering words of comfort to the delicate bloom. The flower seems to respond, its petals subtly unfurling as if touched by her kindness. Bathed in the warm glow of twin suns, Evelina stands alone, a solitary figure on Lunaria's shimmering plains. Her gaze sweeps across the enchanted world, unaware of the profound impact of her simple act of kindness. The light dances around her, illuminating the subtle curves of the alien landscape. The air shimmers with untold secrets, the very ground beneath her feet pulsing with life. She is the quiet savior, the unseen guardian of a world beyond the stars, forever bound by destiny. On Lunaria, the sun casts long shadows, painting the landscape with intrigue and mystery. The wind whispers tales of old, each gust carrying echoes of enchantment across the land. Starlight dances in the air, each twinkle a reminder of the magical story woven into the fabric of Lunaria. The land breathes with the magic of legends, every corner whispering secrets to those who listen. Beneath the silver glow of Lunaria, dreams of young princesses are filled with visions of Evelina. In a grand palace, Princess Amara drifts to sleep, her dreams painted with images of Evelina's radiant smile across a starlit kingdom. Princess Sophia envisions Evelina's magical adventures in a land of endless wonder. In a quiet village, Princess Anya dreams of Evelina's bravery. As dawn approaches, the dreams of these young princesses converge, united by the magic of Evelina. The magic of Evelina touches every corner of Lunaria, inspiring dreams of courage and wonder in the hearts of young princesses.
Talabat, food, grocery, and more. Install and go.
Sunlight weaves through the enchanted forest's canopy, unveiling the hidden splendor of Glittering Glen. Waterfalls cascade down mossy rocks, their gentle roar echoing through the glen, a symphony of nature's magic. Rose bushes burst forth in vibrant hues, their petals unfurling in a riot of color, painting the glen with nature's artistry. Glittering Glen comes alive, home to hundreds of fairies from every corner of the fairy world. Fairies dance and flutter among the rose bushes, their laughter mingling with the gentle murmur of the waterfalls. The fairies gather by the cascading waterfalls, their voices joining the chorus of the glen's enchanting melody. In Glittering Glen, fairies flutter, their wings shimmering in the sunlight. The glen buzzes with excitement as the fairy fashion show approaches. Anticipation fills the air as fairies prepare for the centennial event. Elaborate decorations adorn the glen, showcasing the grandeur of the fairy fashion show. The fairy fashion show preparations continue, the glen transformed into a spectacle of magic and beauty. The workshop is filled with shimmering spider silk, glistening dewdrops, and rainbow petals. Vials of stardust pulse with a faint, ethereal light, illuminating her workspace. In the heart of the fairy workshop, Lena, the youngest fairy, sits alone, her stained glass wings catching the sunlight. She stares intently at a half-finished design, her brow furrowed in concentration. The weight of the upcoming show presses down on her, a palpable sense of anticipation. She pauses, her gaze fixed on the intricate details of her creation, lost in thought. As the night unfolds, a canvas painted with moonlight across a tranquil meadow. Beneath the ethereal glow of a moonflower, Lena sits, suspended in a world of deep thoughts. A gentle breeze whispers secrets through the meadow. An idea ignites within Lena, a spark of inspiration in the stillness of the night, stirring Lena's senses. Her gaze lifts, drawn upwards to the moon, now reflecting a newfound determination burning brightly in her eyes. The moon watches over her, a silent witness to the birth of a dream, fueling the fire within. Lena ascends to the tallest tree, bathed in the ethereal glow of moonlight. She delicately plucks silver threads of moonlight, her movements precise and ethereal. With graceful care, she gathers the shimmering strands, weaving a tapestry of captured light. The silver threads of moonlight coalesce in her hands, a beacon of ethereal beauty. Under the cloak of night, the lake glistens, its surface mirroring a sky full of secrets as Lena prepares to dance. Lena steps onto the water, defying reality with each graceful movement, a ripple of magic spreading from her feet. With each turn, Lena gathers drops of truth, the water transforming into diamonds that scatter across the night. A wide smile blossoms across Lena's face, reflecting the diamonds of truth she holds, a beacon of pure joy. In a profound moment, Lena feels an unbreakable bond with nature, a symphony of magic resonating within her. The fairy workshop glows with a soft, ethereal light, a haven of magic and industry. Lena, surrounded by her tiny assistants, meticulously weaves moonlight threads. Diligent ants carry shimmering threads, their tiny bodies moving with surprising strength and purpose. Buzzing bees, their wings a blur, deliver dewdrops, each one a tiny jewel. A sleepy caterpillar, its movements slow, adds a touch of whimsy to the scene. Sunlight streams into the fairy workshop, where dust motes dance in the golden air. Lena delicately holds up a soft silver gown, its fabric shimmering with an ethereal glow. As she twirls,
Fab Mobile. Install and go.
tiny flowers bloom and unfurl across the hem of the gown, a testament to her skill. She pauses, gazing at her creation with a soft smile. It's perfect. I truly did it. A wave of pride washes over her as accomplishment settles deep within her heart. The fairy fashion show begins in Glittering Glen, a dazzling spectacle of light and color. The fairies' gowns morph with each gentle breeze, colors swirling in a hypnotic dance that captivates the eye. Melodies fill the air as the fairies sing, their voices weaving a tapestry of sound that echoes through the glen. The audience watches with rapt attention, their faces lit by the magical display. The glen erupts in wild applause, a symphony of appreciation for the extraordinary spectacle. The spotlight looms, casting a stark glow as Lena steps onto the stage, her heart pounding. The intense light reveals her radiant gown. In Glittering Glen, a hush falls as Lena arrives, her gown radiating a soft, golden light that bathes the landscape. The glen responds in kind. Flowers stretch toward her, drawn by her warmth. Fireflies waltz around Lena, their lights mirroring the glow of her dress, captivated by her presence. Even the wind stills, holding its breath in reverence of the serene beauty that Lena brings to the glen. Sunlight illuminates Glittering Glen, where a gentle breeze whispers through the trees. Queen Marilyn stands, her regal gown shimmering, as tears well in her eyes. Queen Marilyn's voice trembles as she whispers, "This is not just fashion. This is magic with soul." Her words echo through the glen, imbued with profound emotion. The breeze rustles through the trees again, carrying her words like a benediction. A hush falls as the moonlit crystal crown is gently placed upon Lena's head. The crowd bursts into thunderous applause, a sea of faces lit by admiration for Lena's deeply moving creation. The crown sparkles, casting a rainbow of colors across Lena's face and gown. "I am deeply honored to receive this crown," she speaks, her voice echoing through the glen. Lena expresses her gratitude. "Thank you to everyone who has supported me, especially my dear forest helpers." In Glittering Glen, designers approach Lena, curiosity lighting their faces. The sun warms the scene as they gather, eager to uncover the mysteries of her art. The designers ask, Lena, we've been so inspired by your work. How do you design with love, not just light? Lena responds, a gentle smile gracing her lips, ready to share her secrets. I'm happy to share my knowledge and inspire others, Lena says. In a field of daisies, Lena stands, her face glowing with joy. She teaches that true beauty comes from within, and when you create from love and kindness, your magic will outshine them all. Once upon a time, in a kingdom lies between rolling hills and whispering woods, there was a magical lake called Crystal Lake. The water was so clear that you could see the golden fish swimming at the bottom, and at night, it sparkled like stars had fallen into it. Villagers believed the lake was home to fairies, though none had seen one until one summer evening. A kind-hearted girl named Lena, who lived near the lake, would often sit by its edge and sing to the birds. One day, while picking wildflowers, she heard soft sobbing near the water. She looked around and saw a tiny glowing figure tangled in reeds. It was a fairy, her delicate wings torn and her light dim. Without hesitation, Lena rushed over. Don't be afraid, she whispered gently. I'll help you. The fairy, barely the size of Lena's hand, looked up with teary eyes. Thank you, she said in a voice like wind chimes. I'm Seraphina, and I've lost my way from the fairy realm. The portal back only opens with moonlight and the laugh of a kind heart. Lena smiled. Then we must wait for the moon, and I'll do my best to make you laugh. All day and into the evening, Lena cared for Seraphina, mending her wings with silk thread and giving her honey and flower nectar. As the moon rose, its silver light bathed the lake in magic. Now came the hard part, making Seraphina laugh. Lena danced like a clumsy duck, sang silly songs, and told the silliest stories she could think of. At last, Seraphina giggled, then laughed a beautiful, clear sound that echoed through the woods. Suddenly, the lake rippled, and a circle of light appeared in its center. The portal to the fairy realm had opened. You did it! Seraphina beamed. Come with me, Lena. The fairy queen would love to meet you. But Lena shook her head. This is your world. Mine is here, with my family and the forest. I'm just glad I could help. Seraphina flew close and kissed Lena's forehead. You have the purest heart I've ever known. Whenever you need me, just sing to the lake under a full moon. With a twirl and a sparkle, Seraphina vanished into the portal. The lake calmed and silence returned, but Lena's heart was full. Years passed, and Lena grew older, yet she never forgot her fairy friend. On full moon nights, she would still sing by the lake. And sometimes, just for a moment, she would see a flicker of light and hear the faint sound of laughter in the wind.
Yeah.
We got the school fees money you sent via Remitly. Be together. Send money to loved ones with Remitly.
Once upon a time, in a quiet village in between green hills and silver rivers, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Lena. What made Lena special was not just her gentle soul, but her hair that shimmered like pure gold under the sunlight. Her hair was so bright that birds would often fly close, thinking it was morning light. But Lena never let her beauty make her proud. She helped her mother in the fields, fetched water for her old neighbor, and always shared whatever little food she had with the poor. One day, the king announced that the land was under a strange curse. Flowers stopped blooming and the rivers were drying up. People began to worry, and many wise men tried to find the cause, but none succeeded. One evening, while walking through the forest to gather herbs, Lena heard a soft cry. Following the sound, she found a tiny fairy trapped under fallen leaves. The fairy was weak and could barely move. Without hesitation, Lena gently freed the fairy, wrapped her in her warm scarf, and whispered, "Don't be afraid, I'll take care of you." The fairy looked up at her golden hair and smiled. "You have a pure heart, Lena. I am the guardian fairy of nature, but I was captured by darkness. Only someone kind and selfless could free me." With a wave of her hand, the fairy touched Lena's hair. The golden strands began to glow brighter and brighter until they lit up the whole forest. Trees straightened, rivers gushed back with water, and flowers bloomed in every color. The curse was broken. The fairy said, "Because of your goodness, you've restored balance. The land will flourish again." She reached into her tiny pouch and gave Lena a crystal hairpin shaped like a sun. "Wear this, and you shall always shine with inner light," said the fairy before disappearing into a flower. When Lena returned to the village, everyone was amazed. The king himself came to thank her and offered her gold and a place in the royal palace. But Lena kindly refused the riches. "My home is here, with the people I love. I only wish to help them live in peace and joy." From that day on, Lena's golden hair became a symbol of hope and kindness, and the village remained blooming and happy for generations. And whenever the sun shined especially bright, villagers would smile and say, "Lena must be walking in the fields again."
धुली हुई शर्ट में भी कफ, कॉलर, अंडरआर्म के दाग। ओ हेलो, ये दाग वीडियो बदलने से नहीं, पाउडर बदलने से जाएंगे।
ये कहाँ निकलता है?
टाइड से ये भी निकलता है, क्योंकि नया टाइड ट्रिपल पावर आपको दे 3 गुना बेहतर सफाई और चमक, और दे अंदर से क्लीन।
A quaint village nestles beside a vast, whispering forest, its peaceful facade masking a deeper unease. 3 sisters, Lena, Maren, and Elsie, share a quiet life with their father, the woodcutter. In the dim cottage, the woodcutter lies motionless, his face pale against the coarse sheets. Lena, Marin, and Elsie watch over him, their young faces etched with deep concern. Weakly, the woodcutter whispers, "I need a rare herb from the forest to heal." Lena strides into the forest, her confidence a shield over a hint of arrogance. Lena ventures into the forest, the trees closing in around her. She looks around, uncertainty etching across her face as she realizes she is lost. Her confidence falters with each step as uncertainty fills her. In the heart of an ancient forest, Lena approaches the crooked hut. The hut balances precariously on chicken legs. An unsettling energy emanates from the hut. Lena enters the enchanted hut. An old woman with fiery eyes appears, commanding, "Gather wood for me, child." Lena scoffs, declaring, "That is beneath me. I refuse." Lena stands, lost, as the dense forest envelops her. She looks around, the path she followed now gone. Marin strides confidently into the forest, her determination unwavering. Deep within the ancient forest, Marin discovers an enchanted hut, its presence hinting at secrets untold. A voice pierces the silence as an old woman cries out, "Help me, please." Marin responds with a cold indifference. "Help yourself, old fool." Marin stands alone, dwarfed by towering trees, a solitary figure in the heart of the ancient forest. Mist rises, swallowing the familiar path, the hut disappearing into the fog. Panic tightens its grip as she realizes there is no way back. Elsie, full of youthful kindness, steps courageously into the dense forest. The woods embrace her, sunlight filtering through the canopy. She smiles, feeling the forest's gentle embrace. Elsie cautiously approaches the enchanted hut, the forest holding its breath. With a hesitant voice, Elsie asks, "May I come in?" Sunlight streams into the enchanted hut as the old woman asks, "Elsie, would you be a dear and help me with these chores?" Elsie's eyes light up as she replies, "Of course, I'd be happy to." With a joyful spirit, Elsie grabs a broom and starts sweeping the floor, stirring up dust in the sunlit room. She then offers a saucer of milk to the purring cat, her touch gentle and caring. Elsie heads into the surrounding forest to gather firewood, her small frame disappearing into the trees. The old woman smiles warmly, her eyes sparkling. A gust of wind heralds a transformation. The forest witch is revealed, radiant and youthful. "Take these herbs, child. They will heal your friend, and know that your kindness has broken a curse that bound me for too long." The forest witch bestows a blessing upon Elsie. Elsie arrives back at the cottage. The herbs in her hand radiate a soft, otherworldly glow. Her father, once weakened by illness, rapidly regains his vitality, his face flushing with renewed health. Bathed in the warm light of day, the village bustles with life. Their faces show respect for Elsie, a symbol of kindness and bravery. In the distance, the enchanted hut rests silently, awaiting a traveler with a pure heart.
Villagers hurry past, with fearful glances by a deep-seated dread of the woods. Illyra, a solitary witch with kind eyes, observes the villagers from her cottage window. Villagers are stressed with fear and Illyra's profound isolation. Illyra stands in her cottage, stirring a bubbling potion in a cauldron, her movements precise and graceful. Ethereal lights dance around her, weaving spells of gentle magic. She whispers an incantation, her voice soft as a stream, to aid a small bird on its journey. Fly swiftly, little one. May the winds guide you and the stars light your path. Elira's gloved hands gently gather snowdrops, their delicate petals brushing against her skin. A fin bleu shimmer catch her eye. Lyriel, a tiny winter fairy with icy wings, flutters above the snow. Lyriel stands alone, sunlight filtering through the dense canopy above. With a deep breath, Lyriel introduces herself, her voice carrying through the silent forest. I'm Lyriel. I've lost my way because the winds stopped singing. A voice responds, breaking the silence. Astonishing! I'm Alira, and I offer my help. The cottage glows warmly. Alira offers Lyriel a bowl of berries. These berries are from my garden. They always remind me of my youth, a time I thought I'd forgotten. Lyriel accepts the berries, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. They're delicious, Alira. They remind me of snowflakes, each one holding a secret. Weeks pass, and the forest around Alira's cottage begins to sparkle with an otherworldly light. The trees themselves seem to hum with vibrant energy, mirroring the blossoming bond between Alira and Lyriel. A villager stops, his eyes drawn to an otherworldly beauty emanating from the forest. Driven by an irresistible curiosity, he cautiously steps forward, venturing toward the mysterious woods. A lone villager steps cautiously into the ancient forest, his senses heightened. His eyes widen in disbelief as he beholds Alira and Lyriel, their hands raised in a dance of magic. Alira weaves spells of pure light, beams dancing around her like celestial fireflies. Lyriel conjures delicate patterns of frost, shimmering in the air like winter's breath. The villager stands with awe, speechless by the breathtaking display of magic. Villagers cautiously enter the forest, their apprehension slowly fading. They watch Alira and Lyriel working together, wonder replacing fear. A sense of awe fills them as they witness the harmonious collaboration. The cottage is filled with a soft, warm light, shadows dancing on the walls. Alira and Lyriel sit together, their faces glowing in the gentle light. The bond between them deepens with each shared story, each whispered secret. The air crackles with a subtle, comforting magic, enveloping them in its embrace. The wind whispers through the forest, carrying the scent of pine as Lyriel readies herself to depart. Her mission complete, a sense of quiet satisfaction graces Lyriel's face. Lyriel offers Alira a pendant, a token of enduring remembrance. So winter will always remember you. Each winter, the forest glows a little brighter. The friendship between the witch and the fairy lights the forest. The villagers celebrate the winter season, embracing the forest's magic. Alira gazes out at the glowing forest, a gentle smile spreading across her face. The warmth of memory floods her as she remembers her friend Lyriel. A single snowflake descends, radiating a soft blue glow, a touching symbol of the bond between the witch and the winter fairy.
Hi, viewers. Welcome into a world where shadows whisper secrets and forgotten tales unfolds. My stories aren't just narratives. They're doorways to the unexpected, where every turn reveals a twist you won't see coming. Get ready to lose yourself in the magic. Once upon a time, the digital realm unfolds, a boundless area where data streams shimmer and algorithms glow with ethereal beauty. There lived the Google fairy, Glimmer. She emerges as a sign of grace, her luminescent tablet guiding her through the luminous pathways. She navigates the vibrant currents of information, her presence a sign of the boundless energy of the digital world. The tablet glows brighter, casting a luminescent glow on the pathways. The realm pulses with life, mirroring the ceaseless flow of data. Glimmer continues her journey. A guardian of knowledge and innovation in this ever-expanding digital frontier. A symphony of light and color demonstrate the dynamic spirit of the digital age. The great digital library extends limitlessly, its shelves overflowing with radiant digital books and shimmering data streams. Glimmer, a luminous being of pure energy, controls over this vast collection. Her gentle light, a sign of order and harmony. She carefully adjusts a floating data stream, ensuring each piece finds its rightful place in the grand tapestry of information. A serene smile graces Glimmer's radiant face, reflecting her deep enjoyment with the library's perfect harmony. A desolate landscape of digital decay stretches into the distance, where broken links and static reign supreme. In the shadows, Malignus, the bad fairy, emerges, his tattered wings casting a threatening shadow against the dim light. His presence alone creates an atmosphere of unease, a sense of horror that clings to the forgotten corner of the digital world. The air crackles with dark energy, signaling the arrival of chaos and despair into this forsaken realm. Malignus's lair pulses with screens displaying distorted code and sensational headlines, a digital den of deceit. Malignus laughs, his fingers dance across the keyboard, weaving complex webs of fraud and tricks. He manipulates data, bending reality to his will with each keystroke. Leaning back, Malignus revels in the chaos he unleashes. A puppet master of misinformation, panic erupts within the great digital library, its towering stacks of glowing scrolls now casting shadows of upcoming doom. Glimmer's face hardens, her eyes narrowing with the chilling realization. The unimaginable has occurred. The scroll of universal understanding is gone. The silence screams louder than any alarm as the weight of the loss settles upon the library. In the serene great digital library, Glimmer finds an empty pedestal gleaming softly under the ambient light. She approaches, her hand gently gliding over the cool stone, sensing faint traces of darkness. Her brow furrows, a delicate tightening that hints at an unseen threat lurking nearby. Glimmer's eyes narrow with decision, the confirmation of Malignus's treachery solidifying her determination. In the ethereal expanse of the digital realm, Glimmer embarks on her search. She soars through towering server stacks, a lone figure against the endless data streams. Glimmer dives deeper, indexing countless databases in her deep search. Her tablet glows with an otherworldly light, a sign in the digital wilderness. Each line of code, each packet of data, is a potential clue in her desperate hunt. Glimmer persists, driven by hope and the burning desire to uncover the truth hidden within the digital maze. Glimmer ventures into the treacherous depths of the deep web, a digital maze teeming with unseen dangers. She accurately follows the faint, elusive digital footprints left by Malignus. The screen illuminates her face, casting an eerie glow as she navigates the chaotic space. Each click echoes in the silence, amplifying the tension as she dives deeper. The digital trails of Malignus lead her further into the abyss, where threats lurk at every turn. In the heart of his lair, Malignus fixes his gaze on the monitor, a sinister delight sparkling in his eyes. Glimmer's face fills the screen, her determination a sign against the treacherous path ahead. A raspy chuckle bubbles from Malignus's throat, a sound as chilling as the lair itself. He pats his chair, a gesture of dark satisfaction, convinced he has beaten her at every turn. The scroll's fragments are scattered, a trap laid with cunning, ensuring Glimmer faces a journey of worries with danger. In the boundless areas of the digital realm, Glimmer's form flickers as she treads through the deceptive landscape. False trails and cunning traps set by Malignus scatter her path, each a mirage in this digital wilderness. With unwavering wisdom, she dissects each symbol, her determination pushing her forward, narrowly avoiding danger. Her focus sharpens on the minor abnormalities, telltale signs betraying Malignus's presence in the digital weave. In the radiant areas of the digital realm, Glimmer summons her network. A horde of helpful sprites emerges, each a tiny algorithm of fact-checking and truth. Together, they work to weave the fragmented pieces of information into a cohesive whole. Glimmer watches as the sprites piece together the fragments. The truth begins to take shape, a sign of clarity in the digital landscape. The fact-checking site buzzes with focused energy as sprites work tirelessly, their nimble hands dancing across screens. Each sprite analyzes reports with incredible speed, cross-referencing sources to verify information. The air vibrates with the quiet hum of focused minds, each dedicated to uncovering the truth. From time to time, a sprite pauses, sending important data to Glimmer, adding pieces to her intricate puzzle. In the glowing areas of the digital realm, shadows dance deadly, threatening to consume the light. Glimmer emerges, her presence a light of hope against the encroaching darkness. With a rise of power, Glimmer seizes the first fragment of the ancient scroll. The fragment ignites with heavenly energy, its brilliance challenging the darkness cast by Malignus. In the great digital library, Glimmer delicately places the first fragment. The ancient library awakens, pulsing with a renewed brilliance. Light comes down the towering shelves, illuminating the hidden depths of knowledge. A wave of luminous energy spreads through the library, signaling the return of its ancient power. In the beautiful glowing areas of the digital realm, Glimmer advances, her figure a sign of determination. Each fragment of the ancient scroll she retrieves pulses with renewed strength as digital pathways light up under her touch. With each piece, Glimmer's determination hardens, her hunt etching deeper lines of purpose onto her face. The digital pathways glow brighter, guiding Glimmer forward as she gathers the scroll's essence. Glimmer's search increases, each step echoing with newfound power and purpose. In the heart of his lair, Malignus roams restlessly, a storm of frustration brewing within him. Each act of order Glimmer brings to the world intensifies Malignus's growing wrath. Dark shadows dance around him, mirroring the sinister thoughts taking shape in his mind. He halts abruptly, a final, desperate plan solidifying in the depths of his dark imagination. With a surge of depression, Malignus clenches his fist, a symbol of the impending attack. The lair darkens, awaiting Malignus's final, desperate act. In the digital realm, Malignus unleashes a torrent of pop-ups and malware, initiating his devastating attack. Digital pathways are flooded, turning the scene into a chaotic and overwhelming spectacle of virtual destruction. The digital landscape, twisted and distorts under the fierce emotions give into Malignus's power. Chaos reigns as the digital realm hesitates on the edge, consumed by the overwhelming attack of disruption. In the heart of the digital realm, Glimmer stands ready, a sign of defense against the encroaching digital storm. With a subtle gesture, Glimmer activates her defenses, a personal firewall against the chaos. A rise of digital attack threatens to overwhelm, but Glimmer meets it head-on. The digital chaos vanished, rendered powerless against Glimmer's ad blocker and firewall. With grace and precision, Glimmer neutralizes the attack, restoring tranquility to the digital realm. In the great digital library, Glimmer carefully places the final fragment. The last piece clicks into place. A surge of energy erupts, bathing the library in blinding light. The library awakens, its brilliance overwhelming. The scroll of universal understanding glows brightly, its ancient script radiating warmth. Knowledge flows freely once more, illuminating the digital realm. A wave of harmony washes over the landscape, restoring balance and peace. The digital realm is reborn, bathed in the light of restored knowledge. The light intensifies, promising a future of understanding and enlightenment. The realm shines, a light to the power of shared knowledge and unity. In the heart of his lair, Malignus reels from a crushing defeat. The shadows deepen, offering him a sanctuary from the piercing light. Weakened, he struggles to maintain his formidable presence. His essence diminishes, fading into the surrounding gloom. With a final, desperate act, Malignus disappears into the darkness. The lair is silent once more, the echoes of his power lingering in the air. In the boundless areas of the digital realm, Glimmer toils tirelessly, a sign of hope in the fight against digital darkness. Her firm dedication ensures knowledge flows freely, a river of light against encroaching shadows. She stands as a guardian, guarding the gates of information, a shield against those who seek to control and corrupt. Each line of code she writes is a shield against tyranny. In her hands, the digital world finds its protector, its champion, its firm guardian. The digital realm thrives under her watchful gaze, a sign of her selfless commitment to freedom and knowledge. In the ethereal area of the digital realm, a holographic scroll unfolds, casting a radiant glow upon the faces of eager learners. Their expressions are alight with the spark of newfound knowledge, a symphony of gratitude and awe playing across their features. As one, the learners turn towards Glimmer, their eyes shining with heartfelt appreciation for her guidance. United in voice, they express their heartfelt thanks. Thank you, Glimmer, for your dedication. Glimmer stands bathed in the shared gratitude of her pupils. In the boundless areas of the digital realm, content creators stand poised, ready to capture the pulse of trending topics. A spark of inspiration ignites as Glimmer's suggestions ripple through their minds, setting off a flurry of creative activity. The digital world expands, fed by the creators' inspired ideas and innovative designs. The digital realm thrives, enriched by the tireless efforts and boundless imagination of its creators. Glimmer's smile radiates contentment as she surveys the harmonious digital world she has helped create. She continues her journey, spreading light and knowledge to every corner of the digital areas. Each act of kindness reinforces the beauty and potential of this interconnected world. The digital realm flourishes under her care, becoming a sign of the power of light and knowledge. Hi, viewers. Imagine looking up at the night sky and find it empty. No stars, no moonlight on the vast sky. This is the story of a boy who dared to chase the skies, ride a ship of moonlight, and battle the thief who stole stars. Yes, viewers, this is the story of seaside town Aialoria. At nights, it draped in the soft light of distant stars, where every shadow whispers secrets of the sea. Kalen, a young boy with eyes full of wonder, gazes at the night sky, his face alight with dreams of untold adventures. In the quiet of the night, Kalen stands as a sign of youthful dreams. His spirit is high, with the infinite possibilities above. Above Aloria, the stars fade one by one, as if being extinguished, casting a cloud of smoke over the land. A shadowy figure rides a hawk, sowing terror among the townsfolk. Crops wither, their vibrant colors turning to dust, as life drains from Aloria. The once lively town descends into bleakness, its colors fading into despair. Fear grips the hearts of the townsfolk as their world dims, and hope fades with the light. Kalen sits alone on the dock, the darkening sky mirroring his loneliness. The heavens ignite as a falling star blazes a trail, a fleeting spectacle of light. The falling star crashes into the waves, a sudden splash disrupting the night's quiet. Kalen watches the point where the star fell, the water settling once more into darkness. Under the cloak of night, Kalen races across the beach, his form a shadow against the silver sea. Reaching the water's edge, a magical sight unfolds. Ceres, a fairy of delicate light, shimmers into view. Her wings, once vibrant, now bear the marks of distress, fluttering weakly. With fragile hope, Ceres speaks.
Only a mortal with courage can help return the stars.
The weight of her words stays in the air, a plea woven with starlight and destiny. Ceres guides Kalen into the darkness, revealing a hidden cave. Deep within, an ancient ski ship emerges, bathed in an ethereal light, its presence a sign of forgotten power. The sky ship's sails, woven from moonlight, shimmer with an otherworldly glow. The sky ship's wings are intricately carved from enchanted wood, their surfaces swirling with faint, arcane symbols. Ceres gazes at the ski ship, her expression a mixture of awe and respect. Kalen follows her gaze, his face reflecting the ship's beautiful glow. Under the cloak of night, Kalen and Ceres step aboard the sky ship, ready to journey into the unknown. The sky ship awakens, its ancient frame groaning as it prepares to ascend into the starlit area. As the sky ship climbs, its sails swirling in the light of distant stars, pulling them higher into the heavenly sky. Together, they rise above the world, two souls embarking on a voyage among the stars, leaving the earth far behind. The sky ship floats into a sky full of danger, navigating a thunder of dragons among swirling, threatening clouds. In this chaos, Kalen's focused power shines as he skillfully guides the ship, avoiding deadly lightning with clever tricks. The dragons, with their fearsome power, unleash bolts of lightning, testing the limits of Kalen's quick thinking and the ship's strength. Each near miss heightens the tension, as Kalen's firm focus becomes the only shield against the storm's fury. The skyship lurches and weaves, a dance of survival against the nature's raw, untamed power. In this test of sky and storm, Kalen expresses the spirit of defense, pressing on despite the overwhelming odds. In the middle of the chaos, Kalen and Ceres emerges, their figures outlined against the stormy sky. They move with desperate grace, a synchronized ballet against the destruction. Together, they battle the elements, striving to mend the wounds and steer through the heart of the storm. A skyship gracefully descends, defying gravity as it approaches a floating island. Upon the island, nature's laws are inverted, with trees growing upside down, their roots reaching for the heavens. Strange creatures roam the surreal landscape, their forms unlike anything found on solid ground. The wondrous island teems with life, presenting a world where imagination knows no bounds. The air shimmers with untold possibilities, a sign of the boundless creativity of nature. Within the crystal caves, sunlight paints the scene as Kalen and Ceres discover a grim tableau. Wind fairy imprisoned in shimmering crystal cages, the captured wind fairy flutter weakly, their glow forms fading within their crystalline prisons. With swift resolve, Kalen and Ceres shatter the cages, their strikes echoing through the cavern. As the last cage shatters, the freed fairies surge around Kalen and Ceres, their gratitude palpable. The wind fairy pledged to guide Kalen and Ceres through the stormy skies. Ethereal wind fairy begin her move, her wings shimmering as she navigates the skyship through the vast area. The wind spirits guide the vessel through twisting air currents, ensuring its safe passage. As the skyship journeys onward, the majestic cloud fortress looms ever larger. The cloud fortress dominates the horizon, its dark shadow piercing through the swirling clouds. The fortress stands as a symbol of becoming doom, its darkness contrasting against the glowing sky. A dreadful structure covered in mystery, the cloud fortress awaits. Before the fortress, Kalen and Ceres prepare themselves as a horde of shadow beasts gathers, their eyes burning with dark intent. The fortress looms ominously, a silent challenge against the encroaching darkness. The air vibrates with forthcoming conflict as the shadow beasts prepare to strike. Kalen and Ceres stand firm, ready to meet the shadow beast's attack at the fortress entrance. In the fortress courtyard, Kalen thrashes Fisher's net, now shimmering with potent magic. With practiced ease, he scoops up fragments of light, the net glowing intensely. He hurls the radiant energy towards the encroaching shadow beasts with a mighty heave. The dark creatures recoil, dissolving into harmless stardust as the light strikes them. Within the fortress throne room, Kalen and Ceres face Morgoth the Starbinder. Morgoth, sitting on his twisted metal throne, an aura of stolen stars shimmering around him. Kylan's expression hardens, his decision firms by seeing such formidable presence. The throne room pulses with an unspoken tension, a battle of wills about to ignite. In the throne room, Morgoth unleashes a torrent of dark magic, his power erupting like a volcanic force. Shadows twist and writhe, consuming the throne room in a maelstrom of swirling darkness. Dark energy crackle around Kaelin and Ceres, threatening to consume them. The throne room transforms into a vortex of chaos as Morgoth's power peaks. Kaelin and Ceres stand against the encroaching darkness. In the vast throne room, Kaelin's gaze sweeps across the scene, the heavy burden of understanding descending upon him. He realizes the true home of stars is not in earthly decorations, but in the boundless sky. A spark of decision ignites within Kaelin, his eyes now gleaming with purpose. Kaelin pauses, drawing a deep breath as he steels himself for the momentous decision. With firm determination, Kaelin prepares to leap into the unknown, embracing the uncertainty that lies ahead. Kaelin executes his leap of faith. Kaelin lifts the stolen stars from the cloud fortress, preparing to return them to their rightful place. With a determined look, Kaelin hurls stolen star toward the heavens. One by one, Kaelin releases the stars, each soaring upward to reclaim its place in heavens. As the final star finds its home, the sky erupts in a blaze of light, banishing the darkness. The cloud fortress is bathed in renewed heavenly brilliance, a sign of Kaelin's act of saving. Stripped of his might, Morgoth is seized by the Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk ascends, carrying Morgoth toward the endless sky. They climb higher, the world shrinking beneath them as they approach the horizon. Dawn breaks over Aloria, painting the seaside town in hues of gold as Kaelin and Ceres return. The ethereal skyship fades into the morning light, dissolving into the brightening sky. The mission concludes, leaving the shore bathed in the serene glow of a new day. Together, they stand outlined against the brightening horizon. Guardians return to their home. As dawn breaks, the villagers emerge, their faces alight with wonder at the glow above. A wave of joyous cheers rises from the crowd, celebrating the young hero who returned the stars. Kaelin, the boy hero, stands humbly as the villagers erupt in celebration around him. The first rays of dawn illuminate the villagers' faces, reflecting the hope Kaelin has brought back. The beach becomes a stage for happiness as the community celebrates under the restored starlit sky. Under the watchful gaze of the stars, the villagers unite in a moment of collective joy and gratitude. Bathed in sunlight, Kaelin stands tall, a sign of hope in the busy town square. Once barren fields now sway with lush, green crops, a sign of Kaelin's triumph. The kingdom rejoices, filled with gratitude for the return of light and prosperity. Under the cloak of night, Kaelin sits alone on the weathered dock, his shadow outlined against the dark waters below. Lost in thought, Kaelin's gaze drifts skyward, absorbed by the infinite area of stars. A silent presence emerges. Ceres appears beside him, her gentle smile a hope in the darkness. Her voice soft, yet resonant. Ceres acknowledges Kaelin's triumph.
You have saved Aloria, Kaelin.
Kaelin turns his head slowly, his eyes reflecting the vastness of the night sky. A moment of quiet acknowledgement stayed in between them. The night sky unfolds in silent grandeur, stars piercing the darkness. Among the shining stars, one star glows with unmatched brilliance, holding secrets of distant voyages. A subtle flicker dances across the heavens, hinting at a spectral ship sailing through time. A vision takes shape, a ship with sails of moonlight, forever bound to its ethereal journey. The ghostly vessel sails on, an eternal guardian of the night, its legend woven into the fabric of the cosmos. Aloria is enveloped in a profound hush, the village holding its breath under the cloak of night. Flickering candlelight casts dancing shadows on the villagers' weathered faces, each line etched with the weight of untold stories. Their eyes gleam with the reflection of ancient tales, echoing through generations. Whispers float on the night air, carrying the weight of legends and dreams about the boy who sailed the skies and saved the stars. A tale passed down for generations. The village listens, captivated by the timeless saga of courage and hope. Hi viewers, today's story is going to be very interesting. A story about a world of shimmering wings and moonlight. Just imagine a place where ice cream glows. Yes, you heard correct. A magical realm of Yumi ice cream. Their fairies have wings of pure light. But even in paradise, trouble can churn. Let's begin our story of dreamy, enchanted world of ice creams. Once upon a time, there was a magical frost fairy's realm, Ethelgard. It unfolds beneath a sky painted with everlasting twilight, where stars shimmer like scattered diamonds. Enchanted lights dances with beautiful glow, casting spectral hues across the horizon. Frostlight fairies emerge, their wings catching the starlight as they begin their nightly ballet. Each tiny butterflies flutter paints, trails of light, weaving magic into the twilight. The realm breathes in harmony as the fairies dance under the watchful gaze of the twilight sky. The crystal falls on creamery, shines with the laser light dance, an enchanting haven. Tiny fairies flutter and weave through the air, their laughter echoing like chimes in the night. Ilara, with wings of iridescent blue, is a vision of ethereal grace. At a gleaming counter, Ilara's movements are as precise as a whisper, as delicate as a dream. She carefully prepares moon mallow ice cream, a confection as magical as the lights above. The air hums with the promise of sweet enchantment, a symphony of flavors waiting to be unveiled. Moon mallow ice cream begins its magical transformation, a canvas of swirling colors promising enchantment. Moonflower dew imbues the mixture with ethereal light, capturing the essence of a moonlit night. Dream blossom nectar infuses the blend, a whisper of sweet dreams in every ripple. Frost-kissed cloud fragments dance within, promising a taste of the heavens. In the crystal cascade creamery, tiny fairies flutter with delight, their laughter echoing softly. Each ice cream flavor unlocks a flow of emotions, from hopeful wishes to sparkling joy. Fantastical dreams swirl into reality, painting the air with vibrant colors. The creamery transforms into a magical haven where every taste is a journey. One day, a mischievous shadow sprite named Glimmer, known for his pranks, decided to hide the Sunstone Churner, the ancient artifact crucial for making moon mallow ice cream. In the stillness of Ethelgard at night, Glimmer lurks in the shade. The night whispers secrets only she can hear, fueling her silent yearning. Under the stark, fluorescent lights, the Crystal Cascade Creamery sleeps, silent and deserted. A shadow breaches the quiet. Glimmer, cloaked in darkness, infiltrates the back door. Her gaze, sharp and intent, locks onto the legendary Sunstone Churner. A silent promise hangs in the air as she fully enters the creamery, drawn toward its gleaming allure. The Crystal Cascade Creamery slumbers in shadow, its vats glowing with an otherworldly light. With swift, silent purpose, she snatches the Sunstone Churner. The golden surface of the churner catches the faint light, revealing its ancient power. A trail of sparkling dust marks Glimmer's swift departure. Glimmer vanishes into the inky blackness, leaving the creamery in silence. The Crystal Cascade Creamery is cloaked in an unusual stillness, the air heavy with unspoken concern. Fairies flutter about with hushed wings, their usual joyful songs silenced by an unknown dread. The pedestal where the Sunstone Churner once stood remains empty, its absence draining the joy from the room. Aethelgard, usually radiant and full of life, appears ashen, its light dimmed by sadness. The fairies' songs are reduced to mere whispers, their delicate voices barely audible in the oppressive silence. Their wings droop with a heavy sadness, each movement a reflection of the despair that passes through the creamery. In the Crystal Cascade Creamery, Alara's resolve hardens, her eyes reflecting a steely determination. Alara's voice echoes, filling the creamery with a promise.
I will find the churner.
The silence of the creamery holds the weight of her vow. Sunlight filters through the canopy as Alara walks into whispering willow woods, where ancient trees stand as silent guardians of forgotten myths. A faint trail of sparkling dust guides her deeper into the woods, promising wonder and danger in equal measure. The ancient trees whisper secrets, their voices carried on the breeze as Alara moves forward, each step echoing with the weight of untold stories. Deeper into the woods, the air thickens with magic as Alara pushes aside a curtain of leaves, her eyes widening with anticipation. In the glimmering grotto, Elara walks forward, guided by the ethereal glow of phosphorescent mushrooms. The soft light pulses, casting an otherworldly radiance on her path. Elara pauses, the grotto's serene glow enveloping her in a tranquil embrace. Elara approaches the entrance of the Lost Star Caves, unaware of the mysteries that lie within. The air grows cold, a chilling omen as Elara steps closer. The wind stills, as if the very world holds its breath, awaiting her entry. A stillness descends, heavy with unspoken secrets. The entrance looms, a gateway to an unknown realm. Elara steps into the Lost Star Caves, her wings illuminating the darkness. Her wings cast a faint glow, revealing the damp cave walls. The glow dances across the rough stone, bringing the cavern to life. In the distance, a sound echoes giggling. The giggling echoes, bouncing off the cavernous walls. Her eyes widen as she searches for the source of the mysterious laughter. Deep within the Lost Star Caves, Ilara treads carefully, her footsteps disturbing the silence. A breathtaking sight unfolds. Glimmer, nestled amongst a glittering mountain of stolen starlight, beside her, the sunstone churner pulses with a gentle, ethereal glow, casting the cave in a celestial light. Ilara pauses, her breath catching in her throat as she takes in the scene. The stolen starlight shimmers, reflecting in Glimmer's eyes as she remains huddled. The soft, ethereal light from the churner bathes the cavern in an otherworldly radiance. The vastness of the caves mirrors the weight of the unspoken. In the echoing expanse of the Lost Star Caves, Ilara's hand extends, a sign of hope. She presents a scoop of dream dust delight, untouched and shimmering with promise. The offering hangs suspended between them, a silent invitation to trust and renewal. The soft glow of the cave illuminates the delicate grains, each a tiny spark of possibility. The air hums with unspoken words. As Glimmer considers the gesture, hope battling with caution. Glimmer's face fills the frame, a storm of hesitation brewing beneath her playful exterior. A moment of decision, Glimmer slowly savors the ice cream, her mischief momentarily paused. As the sweetness washes over her, Glimmer's mischievous grin melts away, replaced by a look of pure, childlike wonder. The Glimmer's transformed expression, a silent sign to the simple joys that can still surprise. In the heart of the Lost Star Caves, sunlight barely pierces through the ceiling, revealing the figures of Ilara and Glimmer. Glimmer shuffles nervously, her discomfort palpable as she avoids Ilara's intense gaze. Ilara's voice echoes in the cave space, sharp with accusation.
Why did you hide the churner, Glimmer?
Glimmer stammers, her voice barely a whisper as she confesses.
I wanted to have something special all to myself.
Her words hang in the air, the weight of her confession adding to the cave's solemn atmosphere. Sunlight pierces through the cave's hidden cracks, casting an ethereal glow upon Ilara. In this radiant light, Ilara's words carry the warmth of shared joy. Ilara shares,
The true magic of moon mallow is in sharing it.
her voice echoes with heartfelt generosity, emphasizing,
And that joy doubles when everyone can enjoy it together.
the cave seems to listen, holding its breath as Ilara's message of unity fills the air. In the heart of the Lost Star Caves, Glimmer's face hardens with realization. Her eyes widen, a mix of regret and resolve now etched on her face. A newfound understanding dawns, casting shadows of remorse across Glimmer's face. The caves echo with the silence of her sudden, profound introspection. Glimmer steadies herself, the caves reflecting her internal shift. In the heart of the Lost Star Caves, Glimmer's gesture restores hope as she returns the Sunstone Churner to Ilara. The ancient artifact, a sign of forgotten power, emits a soft, ethereal glow, promising salvation. Ilara looks up, her face lit by the Sunstone Churner. The faint light dances across the cave walls, revealing the ancient carvings. Ilara takes the Sunstone Churner, determination etched on her face. Ilara triumphantly returns to Aethelgard, the Sunstone Churner clutched firmly in her grasp. A wave of cheers rises as Ilara nears the creamery, marking a moment of hard-won victory. Fairies flutter around Alara, their wings shimmering with pure joy and relief. The air vibrates with the collective elation of Ethelgard, celebrating a return to hope. Ethelgard welcomes its hero with open arms, a sign of light against the evening sky. The Crystal Cascade Creamery glows back again, a haven of light and laughter where fairies dance amidst the sweet aroma of moon mallow ice cream. Glimmer pauses at the entrance, her smile hesitant as she watches the joyful fairies.
Glimmer is invited to join them.
She takes a tentative step forward, drawn by the enchanting scene before her. The fairies beckon, their wings shimmering as they welcome her into their magical circle. Glimmer finds herself in a confectionery dreamscape, surrounded by clouds of sugar and rivers of chocolate. She is the creamery's official taste tester, a role she embraces with uncontrolled enthusiasm. With focused concentration, Glimmer dips a silver spoon into a vat of swirling lavender ice cream. Her brow furrows as she savors the flavor, lost in a world of creamy sweetness. Around her, bakers and confectioners bustle, a symphony of mixing ice cream in a golden, shimmering ice cream churner. As twilight descends, Ethelgard glows softly under the fading light. Frostlight fairies flutter around, their wings catching the last rays of sun, shimmering with ethereal light. Glimmer stands among them, her lips curved into a serene smile that reflects the peace of Ethelgard. The fairies and Glimmer are together in shared love. Moon mallow ice cream, a symbol of joy, community, and the sweetest dreams. And so, in the enchanted world of Ethelgard, the Frostlight fairies continue to celebrate their exquisite beauty and their shared love for moon mallow ice cream, a symbol of joy and sweetest dreams.
In the village of Braeswood, whispers of Morvina, the witch of the Whispering Woods, spread fear among the villagers. Mothers clutch their children tightly, warning them of the dangers lurking within the woods. Elira, her eyes bright with curiosity, stands at the edge of the crowd, captivated by the tales of the witch. Fear and fascination intertwine in Elira's gaze as she listens to the hushed warnings. The edge of the Whispering Woods looms in the distance, a silent testament to the stories whispered among the villagers. At the edge of the Whispering Woods, Elira pauses, caught between the allure of sunlight and the forest's shadowed depths. Ancient trees stand as silent sentinels, their branches weaving a dense canopy that casts an ethereal glow upon the forest floor. The air hangs still, save for the rustling of unseen leaves and the faint whispers that dance upon the breeze, teasing the senses. Elira's brow furrows, her thoughts drifting into the unknown as she considers, is the witch truly wicked, or are the tales exaggerated? Doubt clouds her mind as she contemplates the witch's true nature, the whispers of the woods adding to the mystery. After few days, her little brother fell ill. He lies in bed, his face pale and his breathing shallow. The village healer came, his head shaking with grim finality. Elira watches from the shadows, her heart pounding as her parents whisper in despair. Her mother's voice cracks with fear. What are we going to do? The healer says there's nothing more he can do. Her father responds with chilling resolve. There's only one thing left. The witch, at the threshold of the Whispering Woods. Elira, shrouded in darkness, stands poised to enter. The feeble glow of her lantern battles against the oppressive night, revealing only the grotesque forms of ancient trees. Unseen moisture hangs heavy in the air as whispers of forgotten spirits swirl through the undergrowth, heightening the unease. Her heart pounds fiercely in her chest, but Alira presses onward, her eyes fixed on a distant point within the woods. With unwavering resolve, Alira steps deeper into the heart of the whispering woods, embracing the unknown that awaits. Brambles guard the entrance, as if nature itself seeks to conceal the secrets within. With newfound courage, she reaches out and knocks on the ancient gnarled door. In the dim light of her hut, Morvina, a bent old woman, opens the door, her eyes glowing with an eerie light. Her voice, raspy and echoing, fills the small space as she questions, "Why have you come, child?" The question hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken secrets and the weight of ages. Her glowing eyes seem to pierce the darkness, searching for answers in the visitor's face. A palpable tension fills the hut, the silence amplifying Alira's unsettling presence. Inside her humble hut, the air thick with the scent of herbs and smoke, Alira kneels on the bare earth. Her red-rimmed eyes, swollen with tears, are fixed with desperate hope on Morvenna. Her voice trembles as she pleads, "My brother is dying." She continues, her voice breaking with emotion. "They say you can cure anything." Tears stream down her face as she begs, "Please help me." Morvena's piercing gaze locks onto Alira, a silent invitation hanging in the air. With a subtle nod, Morvina gestures, beckoning Alira into the shadowy depths of her secluded hut. Morvenna, the mysterious sorceress, stands amidst her dimly lit sanctuary, stirring a bubbling potion. The cauldron bubbles ominously, casting eerie shadows that dance across the walls of Morvina's hut. The fire crackles, illuminating strange herbs and curiosities lining the walls, each whispering tales of forgotten magic. Morvenna turns, her eyes piercing through the shadows, a hint of surprise and curiosity in her gaze. Her voice echoes through the hut, a mix of caution and intrigue. "You are the first in many years to enter my home without fear. That is brave and foolish." Alira stands silently in the corner, consumed by anxiety. Morvena's face, a map of time, delicately handles a shimmering potion. The air hangs heavy, thick with herbs and an undeniable magic. Alira's voice trembles with desperation. "Will he live?" Morvena's eyes glint with ancient knowledge. "This will cure him, but every magic has its price." Alira turns to Morvina, her eyes questioning. "What is the price?" Alira asks, her voice soft but firm. Morvina replies, her voice low, "You must return one day and help someone else in need." Morvena's words echo in the small hut. "Even if the whole world fears you." Alira, with gentle care, takes the potion from her. Alira, with gentle care, extends the potion towards her brother. The potion in his grasp, the liquid emits a soft, ethereal glow. He drinks the potion down, his expression hopeful. As the morning light streams through the window, laughter fills the air once more. He's playing again, his movements filled with renewed vigor and strength. Stronger than ever, his spirit soars, a testament to Alira's love and the potion's magic. The village of Braeswood is engulfed in a relentless winter storm, the landscape obscured by swirling snow and biting winds. A lone traveler emerges from the blizzard, his figure frail and movements faltering as he stumbles towards the village entrance. Weakened by sickness and exposure, the traveler collapses just outside the village, his body surrendering to the harsh elements. Villager 1 shouts in fear, "Stay away! He's cursed!" Villager 2 echoes the sentiment, filled with dread. "We can't risk helping him. He'll bring misfortune to us all." The traveler lies motionless in the snow, abandoned and vulnerable. As the storm rages on, the villagers watching from a distance. Flickering candlelight illuminates Alira's humble home, casting dancing shadows across the room. Driven by a solemn promise, Alira welcomes the weary traveler into her home. With practiced grace, Alira gathers herbs from a woven basket near the fireplace. Her lips move silently as she prepares a steaming concoction, ancient words whispered from a secluded witch's hut. The herbs steep, releasing a fragrant steam that fills the small dwelling. The candlelight flickers, casting a warm glow on Alira's face as she completes her task. The traveler rests, bathed in the room's soft, gentle light, a silent sentinel of recovery. A gentle knock echoes, breaking the stillness of the night. A raven appears at the window, its one glowing eye piercing the darkness. Clutched in its beak, a small note carries secrets and untold stories. Alira's eyes dart across the message, a blend of disbelief and burgeoning relief etching her face. The narration whispers, "Your debt is paid. The witch's kindness lives on." The tale continues. The old witch is never seen again, but her laughter is sometimes heard in the trees. The wind rustles through the leaves, carrying echoes of laughter, a haunting reminder of the witch's enduring spirit.
Dear listeners, tonight we enter the heart of the enchanted forest, where magic flows like moonlight and secrets hide in every shadow. Among the whispers of ancient trees live two fairy sisters, one born of sunlight, the other of starlight. Bound by love, yet divided by desire, this is the tale of Leora and Serenia, the two fairy sisters. As dawn breaks, the enchanted forest awakens, its ancient trees draped in a mystical light. Leora, her golden wings catching the first rays of sunlight, kneels with infinite tenderness beside a wounded bird. Her gentle touch promises healing, a silent vow to protect the forest's smallest creatures. Meanwhile, Serenia, her sapphire wings ablaze, dances through the trees, chasing butterflies in an unrestrained display of joy. Sunlight streams through the canopy of the enchanted forest, painting the ground in shifting patterns of light and shadow. Leora, her face a roadmap of wisdom, gestures towards a patch of vibrant herbs, her kind eyes reflecting the sunlight. Serenia kneels beside her, her youthful energy barely contained, but her gaze is drawn towards the dark, signaling depths of the woods. Leora's voice rings with ancient knowledge as she explains,
This herb, its leaves can mend even the deepest cuts.
Serenia's impatience flickers across her face as she glances back at the woods, the lure of the unknown pulling at her. Serenia asks, a playful glint in her eyes.
And what lies beyond those trees, Leora? Any herbs that can mend boredom, perhaps?
As twilight descends, Serenia's joyous laughter rings through the enchanted forest, a melody chasing the dance of glimmering fireflies. Her playful chase leads her deeper into the woods, where ancient trees stand as silent guardians. A stumble breaks her walk. Small hands reach out, seeking grip on a moss-covered trunk. In that moment, a hidden path reveals itself, veiled by tangled vines and the soft glow of luminous fungi. The air grows heavy with mystery as the path shows signs, its darkness promising secrets untold. Serenia pauses, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and irresistible curiosity, drawn towards the forest's hidden heart. Silver Lake at night shimmers under the moon's ethereal glow, its surface a mirror to the heavens. A breathtaking sight unfolds at the lake's heart, a crystal lotus in full bloom, radiating otherworldly light. The lotus's glow dances across the water, painting the night with hues of magic and wonder. Serenia arrives at the lake's edge, her silhouette framed against the luminous backdrop. Her eyes widen, reflecting the lotus's radiant light as she beholds the breathtaking spectacle. An awed silence falls as Serenia gazes upon the crystal lotus, a silent promise hanging in the air. On the serene expanse of Silver Lake, Serenia reaches out, her fingers trembling as she approaches a pristine lotus flower. The fading light casts long shadows as the water's surface erupts in a swirling vortex of spectral figures. Ethereal forms shimmer and unite, their presence a stark contrast to the tranquil lake. A chorus of voices rises from the spectral figures, a haunting warning echoing across the water. They intone, their words laced with ancient power.
Only hearts free of selfish desire may touch the lotus. Greed will awaken the curse of stillness.
At Silver Lake, Serenia recoils, a mix of surprise and unease flickering across her face. Her gaze is irresistibly drawn back to the lotus, its attraction a silent, powerful force. A battle wages within her, the desire for power etched into every line of her expression. The lotus shimmers, promising untold strength, as Serenia remains torn between caution and ambition. Her eyes reflect the tempting gleam of the lotus, a dangerous path unfolding before her. The air crackles with unspoken potential as Serenia contemplates the choice that could change everything. Moonlight spills into the room, casting a gentle glow upon the serene face of Serenia as she sleeps. Behind her tranquil facade, a tempest brews dreams of unchecked ambition and desires claw at her subconscious. In the back of her mind, Serenia envisions herself wielding power equivalent to that of the Fairy Queen. Visions of unparalleled grand palace flash vividly, showcasing Serenia enthroned, her authority absolute and unquestioned. The weight of her desires presses heavily, the dreamscape swirling with potent images of dominance and control. Even in slumber, the allure of power consumes her, shaping her dreams into a landscape of endless possibility and looming consequence. The sun-drenched surface of Silver Lake glimmers, hiding unseen depths as Leora arrives, her senses alert. She scans the tranquil waters, an unpleasant sensation of danger prickling her skin. Her gaze settles on Serenia, the air around them thick with unspoken warnings. Leora's expression is a mix of concern and urgency as she approaches her sister. Leora pleads, her voice carrying over the gentle lapping of the lake. Her eyes reflect a deep-seated fear as she implores, "Let us protect the lotus instead of seeking it for ourselves." On the tranquil shores of Silver Lake, Serenia's eyes ignite with fierce defiance. A silent challenge hangs in the air as she disregards Leora's urgent warning. Her hand extends, drawn by an irresistible force, towards the shimmering crystal lotus. The crystal lotus pulsates with an otherworldly light as Serenia's fingers brush against its delicate petals. A surge of raw energy courses through her as the touch is made, a destiny sealed in a single moment. The tranquil surface of Silver Lake shimmers, then abruptly darkens to an unnatural, abyssal hue. An invisible force ripples outwards, a wave of cold so intense it twisted the air. Trees nearest the shore become instant monuments to winter's fury, covered with shimmering ice. Branches crackle as they transform into delicate crystal statues, frozen in a silent scream. In the enchanted forest, a silent terror unfolds as the curse of stillness descends. Vibrant flowers, once dancing in the breeze, are imprisoned in crystal. Tiny creatures, mid-leap, are frozen, their joyous movements halted. Playful fairies, with wings poised for flight, become fragile statues. The forest transforms into a haunting gallery of frozen life, a sign of the curse's chilling power. A horror of silence blankets the woods, broken only by the faint cracking of spreading ice. At the edge of Silver Lake, Serenia collapses, the weight of realization crashing down upon her. Tears carve paths through her anguish as the still water reflects her shattering world. Her magnificent wings begin to shimmer, an ethereal glow turning ominous as unnatural frost spreads across their delicate expanse. The feathers transform, hardening into brittle, crystalline structures that betray their once soaring grace. Trapped by her own despair, Serenia is frozen in place, a statue of grief against the fading light of the lake. On the tranquil shores of Silver Lake, Leora embraces Serenia, her face a canvas of profound sorrow. The wind whispers secrets across the water's surface as they cling to each other, their connection a fragile lifeline. Leora's eyes, pools of unwavering devotion, reflect the gravity of her unspoken promise. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore underscores the weight of her upcoming sacrifice. Leora murmurs, her voice thick with emotion. She vows, her words in the air like a whispered prayer, a sign of boundless love.
If love is the purest wish, then let mine be to save you.
At Silver Lake, Leora's hands hover gently, a silent promise over Serenia's heart. Her fingers reach, drawn to the mystical lotus, a touch that could alter destinies. The moment her skin meets the bloom, a surge of golden energy erupts, bathing the surroundings in radiant light. The force of the energy ripples outwards, an unstoppable wave of transformation. Silver Lake reflects the brilliant golden hue, mirroring the profound shift taking place. The crystal, once solid, explodes into a dazzling shower of light, each piece a tiny star against the vast areas of Silver Lake. A peaceful wave of warmth emanates from the shattered fragments, washing over the landscape. The air shimmers as the ancient curse, a dark shroud, begins to visibly unravel. Spray of shadow vanish like smoke, revealing the lake's beauty beneath. The surrounding trees seem to breathe a collective sigh of relief as the oppressive energy fades. Silver Lake reflects the sky's pure light, its surface now serene and undisturbed, freed from its long captivity. The enchanted forest awakens as crystal statues shimmer, their forms dissolving like morning frost under an unseen Sunday. Life surges back into the flora, colors exploding across flower petals in a vibrant, breathtaking spectacle. Frozen creatures stir from their slumber, their eyes gleaming with newfound vitality and curiosity. The forest breathes again, a symphony of life restored in a dazzling display of nature's flexibility. Silver Lake mirrors the sky, its surface once again a tranquil expanse, undisturbed and serene. The mystical lotus has disappeared, leaving no trace of its ethereal presence. At the water's edge, Serenia stands, her wings reborn, shimmering with renewed light and power. A quiet humility settles over her, a profound understanding reflected in her gentle posture. Beside the still waters of Silver Lake, Serenia kneels, her sapphire eyes shimmering with unshed tears. A profound sorrow etches her face as she gazes up at Leora, a silent acknowledgement of sacrifice. Her voice trembles with emotion, a raw whisper in the serene landscape.
You gave up your wish for me.
The weight of Leora's selfless act hangs heavy between them, a bond forged in sacrifice and love. Beside the tranquil areas of Silver Lake, sunlight dances on Leora's face, highlighting the gentle curve of her smile. The sun's rays catch the edges of her eyes, causing them to sparkle like the shimmering water. Her voice soft yet resonant, she speaks a wish from the heart.
My wish has always been your happiness.
The serene setting of Silver Lake mirrors the depth and sincerity of her heartfelt blessing. Sunlight filters through the canopy as Serenia and Leora wander deeper into the enchanted forest, now restored to its vibrant beauty. Serenia's face is softened by compassion, her eyes reflecting a newfound thoughtfulness. The air hums with renewed life, the forest breathing around them as they walk in companionable silence. Every leaf and sunbeam seems to whisper secrets of the transformation, a sign of their intertwined destinies. Sunlight weaves through the ancient trees, painting the enchanted forest floor with shifting patterns of light and shadow. Leora kneels gently beside a trembling fawn, her face a sign of kindness and reassurance. The fawn's wide, brown eyes dart nervously, reflecting the hidden dangers of the forest.
It's all right, little one. We won't hurt you.
Leora whispers, her voice a soothing balm to the fawn's fear. Serenia stands guard, her usually fiery expression softened with rare calm, her gaze fixed protectively on the delicate scene. Just stay still. Leora knows what to do. Beneath the vast, starlit sky, two sisters find respite in the heart of the enchanted forest, their shadows softened by the celestial glow. The air is filled with the whisper of ancient trees. As the sisters settle, their faces turned upwards, reflecting the distant starlight. Each star seems to hold a memory, illuminating the lines of their faces etched with the trials and wonders of their shared journey. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying secrets of old magic. Serenia's eyes reflect newfound wisdom, her face serene. With a voice full of conviction, Serenia declares,
I understand now that true power comes from love, not wishes.
Sunlight weaves through the dense canopy of the enchanted forest. Birdsong echoes through the ancient trees, a symphony of hope amidst the looming darkness. Leora stands, bathed in ethereal light, her figure a sign of hope against the encroaching gloom. With resolute strength, she proclaims,
Our love has forged a bond no curse can break.
Stars blaze like scattered diamonds across the inky canvas above the enchanted forest. The ancient trees stand as silent witnesses to a tale about to unfold. And under the starlit skies of the enchanted forest, the tale of the two fairy sisters became a legend, reminding all who heard it that true magic lies not in wishes, but in love that sacrifices. Dear viewers, when the world falls asleep and stars begin to hum, there rises a palace beyond the clouds, a palace made entirely of cake, where fairies bake dreams. But tonight, their sweetest magic is fading, and only one gentle fairy can save the realm of dreams before it crumbles into crumbs of forgotten wishes. Twilight paints the sky. Dreamy Cake Palace floats above. The palace shimmers, its walls crafted from velvet layers of rose petal sponge. Silver sugar bridges arch gracefully, connecting the fanciful structures. Towers of frosting spiral upwards, glittering like stardust scattered across the heavens. A dream made tangible. The Cake Palace glows with warmth against the fading light. Within the Cake Palace, the starlight fairies awaken, their sugared glass wings shimmering in the soft light. Their laughter rings through the palace like delicate wind chimes, filling the air with joy. They flutter, their movements a dance of light and grace, leaving trails of powdered sugar in their wake. The Cake Palace is alive, every corner illuminated with magic and movement, a spectacle of mesmerizing beauty. Inside the Cake Palace bakery, the air buzzes with the flutter of fairy wings and the sweet scent of dreams. Fairies whisk clouds into ethereal cream, their delicate movements creating swirls of magic. Others stir moonlight into shimmering custard, the mixture glowing with an otherworldly light. With care, a select few fairies sprinkle falling stars onto various cakes, each grain a tiny hope of joy. The bakery exudes a warm, magical ambience, every corner infused with enchantment and sweetness. Cakes glisten under the soft glow, promising delights born of dreams and stardust. Beneath a starlit sky, children drift into the dream garden, their sleeping faces radiant with innocent smiles. In this ethereal realm, they are served cakes that dissolve into peals of laughter, filling the air with joy. Lakes glisten under the moonlight, their sweet scent intoxicating. Orchards laden with candy apples and crystal pears form a dreamy landscape, promising endless delight. As evening descends, the Cake Palace lights begin to dim, casting long, eerie shadows that dance across the sugary landscape. The once proud frosting towers begin to droop, their stiff peaks tilting with an air of impending collapse. Rivers of syrup, once vibrant and flowing, now crawl with sluggish reluctance, their sweetness fading into stagnant pools. A chorus of fearful whispers rises as fairies flutter nervously, their delicate wings trembling in the dimming light. At the heart of the palace, the moonstone cherry fades, its once brilliant luminescence dimming like a dying ember, signaling the end. Within the Cake Palace throne room, a flurry of fairies creates a whirlwind of shimmering wings and ethereal light. Isolde steps forward, her gentle features set with a newfound resolve. Kindness shines in her eyes, yet a subtle tremor betrays the anxiety that flickers beneath her brave facade. The throne room, usually a haven of joy, now seems to hold its breath, anticipating Isolde's next move. Every fairy watches with bated breath, their vibrant wings momentarily still as they await their gentle leader's command. Isolde is drawn into the ethereal embrace of the dreamscape, where reality blurs into the surreal. Stars begin to bloom around her, each one a radiant blossom in the infinite garden of the night. The dreamscape unfolds, a canvas painted with the vibrant colors of imagination. She floats weightlessly, surrounded by the gentle glow of celestial flora. Every star pulses with a soft, rhythmic light, creating a symphony of visual splendor. Isolde is lost in a breathtaking beauty, a solitary traveler in a universe born of dreams. In a dreamy dreamscape, Isolde stumbles upon a tree of light, its form shimmering with an otherworldly glow. At the tree's base, a dragon of spun sugar and flickering flame slumbers, its form both fearsome and fragile. The dragon's breath is a gentle rhythm, soft snores that echo in the silent, dream-woven air. Isolde watches, captivated by the serene and surreal tableau before her, beneath the luminous canopy of the Tree of Light. Isolde cautiously approaches the slumbering dragon. Her voice, soft as the first snowfall, begins to weave a lullaby. The melody carries on, whispers of frosting winds, cool against the dragon's scales. The air is thick with the comforting hush of warm ovens, a stark contrast to the wild dreamscape. Each note is a delicate dance, a soothing balm to the ancient beast's weary soul. The dragon's massive form stirs slightly, responding to the ethereal song. He blinks caramel eyes, warm, golden light reflecting in their depths, revealing an inner serenity. A slow, gentle smile spreads across his snout, exposing rows of pearly white teeth in a display of unexpected friendliness. An aura of profound peace emanates from him, bathing the dreamscape in a soothing golden light. With a delicate motion, he plucks the ripest cherry, its luminescence intensifying as it leaves the branch. The dragon extends a claw towards Isolde, offering the radiant fruit with a gesture of profound grace. His ancient eyes, pools of molten gold, reflect centuries of wisdom and gentle strength. The dragon says, his voice an echo through the dreamscape.
Kindness is sweeter than courage, and you have both.
Under the inky canvas of the dreamscape night, Isolde tightly clutches the moonstone cherry, its surface gleaming with ethereal light. The cherry pulses with a soft, warm glow, casting an enchanting aura on Isolde's determined face. She takes her first step into the unknown, the radiant cherry illuminating her path forward. Each step amplifies the glow, creating a luminous trail that guides her through the surreal landscape. The moonstone cherries, light dances and weaves, revealing hidden wonders and secret pathways in the dreamscape. With the moonstone cherry as her guiding star, Isolde resolutely continues her journey back to the Cake Palace. Dawn breaks over the Cake Palace as Isolde enters the central chamber, her steps measured and purposeful. In her hands, she cradles the moonstone cherry, its glow illuminating her focused expression. A hushed reverence settles as the fairies gather, their delicate wings a kaleidoscope of anticipation. The air hums with quiet energy, every flutter of a wing echoing the gravity of the moment. Isolde approaches the center of the chamber, where a pedestal awaits the precious moonstone cherry. The fairies' eyes are fixed on Isolde, their hopes and dreams held within the delicate fruit she carries. In the Cake Palace's central chamber, Isolde delicately positions the moonstone cherry. The cherry radiates a sudden, intense light, illuminating the chamber. The wave of light pulses outwards, touching every corner of the crumbling palace. Colors deepen and details sharpen as the light breathes new life into the ancient stonework. The Cake Palace transforms, its former glory brilliantly restored by the moonstone cherry's magic. Syrup rivers bubble and flow, their sweet aroma mixing in the air as a new dawn breaks. The towers of the Cake Palace shimmer with unparalleled brilliance, catching the first rays of sunlight. Vibrant colors explode across the dream garden, a sign of renewed life and magic. Delicate blossoms unfurl in the gentle light, each petal shimmering with tiny dewdrops. The scene is a symphony of sweetness and light, a dream brought vividly to life. In the Cake Palace bakery, fairies flutter around a massive oven, their movements precise and elegant. They carefully extract a cake that emits a soft, warm glow. Bathing their faces in golden light, defying gravity, the cake ascends, its light intensifying as it floats towards the ceiling. The fairies gaze upward, their eyes wide with joy and gratitude at the radiant spectacle. Against the inky canvas of night, a cake begins to shimmer, its form subtly shifting. A breathtaking transformation unfolds as the cake magically expands, morphing into the vast, swirling Milky Way. Countless stars ignite, each a tiny spark of shared magic. Scattered across the cosmic confection, the night sky pulses with a radiant, celestial glow, a sign of boundless wonder and dreams, bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The dreamy Cake Palace materializes, a hope of warmth and wonder. A child, eyes wide with amazement and pure joy, drifts towards the palace, drawn by its irresistible allure. Each step is lighter than air, a dance of anticipation on the path to sugary dreams. The palace windows shimmer, promising untold delights and sweet adventures within. The air itself seems to hum with the promise of sugar and spice, a symphony of sweetness enveloping the scene. In the warmly lit dining hall of the Cake Palace, a child sits before a decadent slice of cake, anticipation shining in her eyes. Isolde presents the cake with a genuine, loving smile, her eyes reflecting the soft glow of the hall. The child takes a bite, her expression shifting to one of pure, unmixed delight. A voice whispers, enhancing the magical atmosphere.
Every bite tastes like a secret wish come true.
Each layer of the cake seems to shimmer with hidden flavors, a symphony of sweetness unfolding on the child's palate. Bathed in soft, ethereal light, the dreamy Cake Palace drifts serenely among the stars. Its sugary towers and candy cane spires gleam like a sign of dreams and sweetness. The palace floats peacefully in the night sky, a whimsical mirage against the dark expanse. The camera plunges into the Cake Palace, a confectionery kingdom blazing with gumdrop lights, walls of frosted sponge cake rushing past. Below, rivers of molten chocolate wind through platforms of delicate spun sugar, a symphony of sweet indulgence. Gingerbread men and marshmallow creatures bustle through the night, their sugary lives unfolding in delicious detail. The air hangs thick with the irresistible sense of warm vanilla and spicy cinnamon, an intoxicating embrace of sweetness. In the Cake Palace, Isolde's chamber glows softly, starlight painting the walls with ethereal hues. At night, she stands, her shadow outlined against the vast areas of the Milky Way, her gaze lost in its cosmic dance. A faint smile graces her lips, hinting at the sweet memories of her recent adventure. The starlight catches in her eyes, reflecting the profound significance of kindness she has discovered. In the quiet of night, a child sleeps peacefully, their dreams a canvas for the imagination. A vision unfolds in the child's mind, a fantastical cake palace rising majestically. It shimmers with sugary splendor, a sign of the boundless power of dreams. Each layer of the palace is crafted from delectable sweets, a feast for the dreaming eyes. The child's face is serene, bathed in the soft glow of their dream world. The dreamy cake palace stands in silhouette, as twilight begins to yield to dawn. The scene reinforces the cyclical nature of dreams, an eternal return to wonder. The Cake Palace glows with a promise of enchantment that never fades, always ready to welcome dreamers. Dear viewers, on a moonlit night when the stars themselves came down to dance, a humble meadow fairy named Leora stepped into a world of shimmering wings, glowing gowns, and hidden magic. But when darkness suddenly swept through the fairy kingdom's grand ball, it wasn't power or spells that could save the night. It was the light of one pure heart. The story begins like this. Once upon a time, there was an enchanted valley which unfolds beneath a silver moon, its ethereal beauty casting a spell on the night. Crystal towers rise, their peaks kissed by moonlight, glittering like 1,000 stars. Golden bridges arch gracefully, connecting the fairy kingdom in a dance of light and shadow. The entire valley shimmers, an otherworldly spectacle of magic and wonder. Each structure sparkles, a testament to the ancient power and delicate artistry of the fairies. The air hums with unseen energies, promising secrets and adventures in equal measure. Beneath the starlit sky, Leora, a meadow fairy with dawn-tinted wings, kneels by the gently flowing brook. With delicate fingers, she tends her garden, giving life from the dark, rich soil. The whispering brook murmurs softly as she works, a serene symphony beneath the vast night. Her small wings shimmer faintly in the moonlight, a symbol of gentle care in the tranquil meadow. Moonlight bathes Leora's cottage, casting long shadows and illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. One day, Leora gets an invitation for a grand ball party in the Grand Palace. It's a shimmering invitation, weaved delicately, sealed with glistening dewdrops. Excitement flickers in Leora's eyes, a light of hope in the quiet night. A shadow of concern crosses her face, dimming the light of anticipation. Leora glances at her simple dress fashioned from daisy petals, a stark contrast to the grand invitation. Ilarian Palace shimmers as waterfalls of light cascade from the night sky, bathing the scene in an ethereal glow. Glimmering chariots descend, each pulled by teams of iridescent dragonflies, their wings catching the celestial light. Fairies alight with delicate grace, their wings shimmering with otherworldly colors as they touch down. The air is filled with the soft hum of dragonfly wings and the gentle rustle of fairy wings, a symphony of magic. The palace grounds transform into a spectacle of light and wonder as magic fills every corner of Ilarion. Inside the Ilarion Palace ballroom, starlight gowns shimmer and silver mist shoes twinkle in the soft light. Laughter echoes through the grand ballroom as fairies dance, their wings creating a gentle, enchanting hum. The air is alive with magic, each fairy radiating joy and ethereal beauty under the soft glow. A mesmerizing scene unfolds as the fairies celebrate, their movements as graceful as the music that fills the night. The grand doors of the Ilarion Palace swing open, and Leora appears, bathed in soft light. A hush falls over the opulent ballroom as all eyes turn to Leora, drawn by her presence. Her gown, simple yet elegant, contrasts with the jeweled chandeliers and noble attire. An inner glow radiates from Leora, captivating the attention of everyone present. The splendor of the ballroom fades into the background as Leora's presence commands attention. In the heart of the Ilarion Palace, Leora's quiet strength shines brighter than any jewel. Ethereal light bathes the grand ballroom where shadows waltz to the music's rhythm. Queen Seraphina, radiant and regal, moves through the glittering expanse. Her gentle smile hints at untold wisdom as she advances. Leora stands amidst the splendor, awaiting the queen's approach. Queen Seraphina's voice resonates with serene authority.
True light comes from the heart, not the wings.
In the grand ballroom, the queen raises her wand, its tip ablaze with otherworldly light. With a graceful flick, the crystal floor transforms into a breathtaking lake of stars. Tiny, twinkling lights shimmer beneath the clear, reflective surface, creating an ethereal glow. Fairies with shimmering wings glide effortlessly across the stellar area. Their delicate movements leave shimmering trails of light in their wake, adding to the magical spectacle. Leora enters the grand ballroom, her movements fluid and graceful, drawing every eye with her radiant presence. Light dances around her, creating a luminous aura that outshines the opulent surroundings. Her inner purity is reflected in her radiant glow, a light of hope among the grand palace. All eyes are drawn to Leora, captivated by her ethereal beauty and grace as she moves across the floor. A dark gust of wind sweeps through the grand ballroom, sending shivers down spines and stirring unease among the elegantly dressed guests. The ballroom lights flicker ominously, casting long, dancing shadows that amplify the growing sense of foreboding. A ripple of panic spreads through the crowd as whispers turn into murmurs, faces etched with fear and confusion. Elegant gowns and polished shoes scatter as guests begin to flee. The once grand ballroom descending into chaos and disarray. Elegant chandeliers cast a soft glow in the grand ballroom, illuminating fairies in shimmering gowns as they waltz gracefully. Suddenly, a gust of wind sweeps through, plunging parts of the ballroom into shadow. A chill replacing the warmth. Amidst the fading light, Zephyra materializes, her eyes blazing with a fierce, unsettling jealousy. Her intense gaze locks onto the celestial orb, a hope of pulsing light at the far end of the grand hall. The orb radiates power, a stark contrast to the growing darkness around Zephyra. A silent challenge hangs in the air as Zephyra prepares to confront the orb's radiant energy. Inside the Alarian Palace, the grand ballroom shines, filled with noble guests. Leora, a tiny figure against the massive architecture, bravely prepares to fly. She leaps into the air, her small wings beating fast against the odds. Leora soars toward an ominous storm gathering outside, a symbol of hope. The grand ballroom gleams under starlight, its high arched windows framing the night. Leora, in flowing silk, commands the stage, her presence both ethereal and strong. Her eyes are closed, lost in the melody, her face serene, her voice, soft yet clear, begins to fill the vast space, enchanting all who listen. An ancient lullaby, a song of kindness and courage, fills the air. She sings, her voice echoing. Inside Alarian Palace, the grand ballroom glows, softened light casting long shadows as the storm outside begins to relax. The relentless winds outside quiet to a whisper, leaving a palpable sense of peace within the palace walls. Zephyra stands motionless, a solitary figure amidst the opulence, drawn in by the music. Her expression shifts, a subtle softening around her eyes as the melody weaves its magic. Zephyra's heart begins to calm down. The radiant warmth of Leora's song penetrating her defenses. The grand ballroom seems to hold its breath, the air filled with unspoken emotions and the promise of change. Starlight dances on the polished marble of Alarian Palace's grand ballroom, a cavernous space filled with echoes of forgotten grandeur. Zephyra emerges from the shadows, her movements precise and deliberate, a lonely figure in the vast areas. Gently, she places the celestial orb back onto its pedestal, a silent act of restoration in the heart of the palace. As the orb pulses with renewed light, Zephyra whispers, her voice tinged with longing, "I only wanted to be seen." The grand ballroom dazzles, crystal chandeliers mirroring starlight, illuminating a scene of royal elegance and hushed anticipation. Queen Seraphina, her presence both royal and inviting, gently places a hand upon Leora's shoulder. A tender gesture of maternal warmth and profound respect is exchanged between the two. Queen Seraphina says, her voice echoing with heartfelt conviction, "Your compassion is a beacon of hope for Ilarion, Leora." In the grand ballroom, Leora is bathed in soft light, her gown shimmering ethereally. Her gown transforms, becoming pure moonlight, as if woven from dreams and starlight. From her back, wings begin to unfurl, catching the light with every emerging feather. The wings of dawn spread wide, radiant and powerful, illuminating the ballroom. Leora stands transformed, a symbol of light and power in the heart of Alarian Palace. Crystal chandeliers blaze as courtiers in shimmering gowns fill the vast ballroom. Awaiting the momentous occasion, Leora stands at the room's center, her eyes reflecting ancient wisdom as the High Priestess approaches. The High Priestess raises a glowing orb, casting an ethereal light on Leora. Tonight, Leora will be named the Keeper of the Fairy Song, a promise of peace in the realm. The grand ballroom bursts back to life, sparkling with renewed energy and echoing with joyful laughter. The light catches the shimmering wings of the fairies as they prepare to dance. A mesmerizing dance begins, promising to fill the night with wonder and delight. The fairies twirl and leap, their ethereal movements painting a vibrant tableau against the opulent backdrop. The magical ball seems destined to last until the first light of dawn, a sign of joy and enchantment. Dawn breaks over the enchanted valley, the sky ablaze with rose and gold as the sun's first rays touch the horizon. Fairies dance through the valley, their joyous laughter echoing through the ancient trees. Each giggle weaves new spells, adding to the valley's enchanting magic. Dew-kissed petals slowly unfurl, revealing vibrant colors as the valley awakens. A brand new day dawns, promising wonder and delight within the enchanted realm. Sunlight floods the Alarian Palace ballroom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Leora stands, a symbol of grace, as she raises her hands, guiding the assembled fairies in song. Their voices intertwine, a tapestry of harmonious melody filling the vast, sunlit space. Leora watches them intently, her expression a mix of guidance and hope, ensuring the ancient tune echoes. Leora's meadow, bathed in sunlight, greets her return, a triumphant homecoming to the place she lives. The kingdom celebrates her. Her meadow, now legendary, golden sunlight dances across the waving grass. Leora smiles, embracing the serenity of her meadow. Beneath the cloak of night, an enchanted valley awakens, teeming with the soft, internal glow of countless fairies. The fairies flit and twirl, their ethereal forms painting streaks of light across the dark canvas of the valley. A gentle, vibrant magic fills the air, each note echoing with the valley's ancient heart. Leora's song weaves through the night, a melody spun from moonlight and dreams, connecting all. The valley vibrates, alive with the music, as if Leora's voice is the lifeblood of this enchanted realm. The enchanted valley unfolds under a silvery moon, its mystical aura bathing the landscape in ethereal light. A melody drifts through the night, a sign of her inner beauty and kindness. Each note echoes with the magic of the realm, a harmonious blend of nature and enchantment. The valley responds to the song, its flora glowing softly, a visual symphony of light and sound. The night deepens, but Leora's song ensures the valley remains a light of hope and enchantment.